What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Just gonna talk about random shit tonight, not so much about boxing. If y'all want to talk about boxing, that's fine. I just wanted to come on and just see who wanted to talk about whatever. And I see the first person here is Jeremy Duncan. What's up, Jack? On how you doing? What are you trying to say here? Jabubu, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? It gets you canceled for playing it, especially streaming it. Which game is that? Which game is that? Because you surely don't get canceled for streaming World of Warcraft. Anyway, I'm just shit here. Wanted to shoot the shit. See who else wanted to come up. I'm gonna throw it up there. See if y'all want to talk. Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, got you. No problem there. I can't be too loud because I got people trying to sleep. Katie's asleep. She's sick and asleep. Um, my roommate and her daughter, my niece, Elizabeth, they're sleeping right now, so I don't want to be too noisy. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing today?
Seems like the only one in here so far.
Yeah, doesn't mean that we can't talk. Let me turn down my volume here because I don't want.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yeah, that should do it right there. Anyway, I don't want anyone hearing any yelling going on, just in case
Can you
moron.
hear me better now? Am I not as
I hear
quiet?
you. I hear you just fine, man. Can you hear me fine?
Am I quiet though? Am I loud or am I quiet?
No, you're fine. I mean, you're not too loud. I can hear your background though.
Yeah, I have TV on in the background. Hold on. I'm assuming I can definitely be heard more than.
Yeah, no, you could be heard fine now. Better than
Well,
me.
it's because I went into the settings and messed with the audio to change my mic to go full volume.
So, hey, listen, I gotta ask you: have you thought about finishing off Last of Us? Because there's some things I want to talk
No,
about, and I need to talk about with somebody that's played the game and
I
then watched.
haven't played the game at all.
You haven't played the game? Listen,
No,
I'm a little bit upset.
I
I'm
wouldn't doubt it. We've been telling you.
I'm just a little bit upset because I mean, this is technically a zombie show. Where the fuck are the zombies? I understand. I have no problem with them, you know, you know, doing some sort of adaptation of the game. But it's like there have been two episodes where the actual cordyceps virus is prevalent. Wow. What's up, Philip? How you doing? Let's see.
What the
Can
hell?
we talk a minute? Girl, one girl, I want to know. Girl,
Her name is Captain Lou Albano.
yes, I am Captain Lou Albano. Louisa, if you're thinking out the box. But anyway, my big issue is there's only been there's only been like two episodes where the cordyceps virus and the zombies are prevalent in the show.
Yeah, the first two episodes.
The first episode, the second episode for sure. Episode number 5 was good because it had the big zombie outburst out at the end. No problem with that. All right, but here we go in episode 8, where even though I haven't played the game myself, I have watched a lot of gameplay, and this was before I even knew the movie was going on. This game is a very popular game. And my problem is the scenario that happened on episode 8. And since you're not going to watch it, I don't mind spoiling it. But the scenario that happened,
You might be spoiling it for Felipe.
Felipe, spoiler warning. Anyway, moving forward. Spoiler warning to The Last of Us, the TV series on HBO Max. Anyway, moving forward. Um, this is the second to last episode. All right, and this was the one where a antagonist by the name of David was introduced um, into the game and onto the show. And David is part of this group that are cannibals, or they practice cannibalism because they're low on food. And I can understand that. Although myself, I would feel that I wouldn't go that far. But we all say that, knowing what the scenario is, but not having lived through it, because we've heard plenty of stories about what happens to people when they're denied, sustenance and water and everything like that. You end up doing the things that you don't normally do. But in this episode, we're introduced to David and his group. And one of the main parts of this in the game is that David tries to build up trust with Ellie. Ellie is taking care of uh, of Joel because Joel is incapacitated. He has a wound, and he needs medicine and so on and so forth. She sewed him up, but of course, infection is part of this whole thing. So she ends up killing a deer, and they find the deer. David and and one of his sidekicks find the deer before she does, and she gets the drop on them, and this is how they're introduced. So David sends his henchmen off to get medicine so that they can trade for the deer. In this time, while the guy's going to get the medication, there's a scenario on the game where they fight a bunch of infected, including a bloater. Right? Why did they decide to take that out from the fucking show? There was plenty of opportunity to because that's one of the ways that he had gained her trust, is by you know them helping each other kill these infected and the bloater. Why did they not include that in this episode? I thought it would just make the episode stronger, and be able to build on that trust that had happened between Ellie and David. Why would you think they would remove that? This is a zombie show. Why not put zombies in it?
You know why, right?
Explain it to me. Is it the checklist? Is it that
Yeah.
checklist they
You
have?
just answered it right there. The checklist.
Checklist. I
I
just
didn't think you'd be able to hear me. I'm actually in the middle of playing the game right now.
which game you playing? Are you playing the game we talked about earlier?
Hogwarts, yes, I'm playing it right now.
But I mean, what doesn't it make sense story wise to keep the zombies in there for the show? This is a zombie show.
It's just like, what was it? Ever since, like, you watched the Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
Ever since they half-ass killed off Rick Grimes, they killed off. The mother actually died in the actual comic books, so we know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And then they killed off Carl. Carl was never supposed to die.
Carl,
Ever.
that was supposed to. The whole story was supposed to be from Carl's perspective.
Yes.
Because when
it was
Carl
to
was
believe.
saying,
It was
"Oh,
meant to be believed that it was Carl that was old man Grimes at the very end, looking like his father.
exactly." Yes.
The only wild card they had in that whole entire show was Norman Reedus because his character was never in the comic books.
Yeah.
But after that, because they not only that, but they also got rid of the main person that made the comic books. Robert Kirkman was taken off The Walking Dead. So since his removal, the show has went downhill because they killed off Carl because they were saying Carl was, oh, he was this, oh, he was that, oh, he was doing this behind the scenes. We couldn't stand him, so we're going to kill him off. You can't kill off the main character that's supposed to survive the whole goddamn show. So they do this in the show you're enjoying because we want agenda over what it's supposed to mean. We don't want cordyceps running around mushrooms because that promotes the use of drugs like mushrooms.
Yeah, it's just upsetting. I mean, it's don't get me wrong. The writing that has happened, the stories the way they told the story for episode 8 was wonderful, but it could have been that much better if they would have had the damn zombies in the
Yes.
you know.
I would
And
agree.
I think at the very least to solidify some sort of trust, because the trust that was gained in the show compared to the trust that was gained in the game, the show is kind of lacking. Now,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, the writing was excellent, and this guy that played David. He was worse in the show than he was on the game, from what I've seen of the gameplay, and he was creepier, way creepier on the show. And kudos to that and the job they did. And Bella Ramsey, her portraying Ellie.
It's not her. They claim themselves as non-binary.
Oh yeah, non-binary, but she prefers to be called they, them, and she. She does say she. So,
The worst is they try to say that they bind their chest all the way through the show to try to show that their age is younger.
yes, well, whatever you do. That's not the only actor that's done stuff like that. So I don't consider that unusual. My big thing is um, the runtime of the show of the episode. I think was 50 minutes, right? All you had to do was tack on 5 more minutes for that um, more concrete development of the trust issue between Ellie and David. Now, the way that they did make David creepy and more dangerous in the show, yes, that was superb. The writing was superb, but I see nothing wrong with adding a little more horror into it. With if you use the zombies or the infected, if you use the infected, all right, that could have been a good catalyst for being able to draw the fear out of the audience, and then finding out how much more creepier and more fearful you can get with just regular humans after that would have done wonders to the story, in my opinion. What is your opinion?
You've already heard. I can already tell you. What is it? If this is supposed to be the last episode coming up, I can guarantee you there's not going to be one zombie in it, for one. Two, next season's going to be even worse. You're probably going to get maybe one episode that's going to have the cordyceps in it. And you still want to watch that shit.
Because in season 2, they would have to introduce the Rat King. And the Rat King, holy smokes, that's going to have an episode with the Rat King in it is going to be expensive. Because the CGI on that, because I don't see them doing it, them being able to do practical effects. If they do practical effects for the Rat King, it would end up looking like, which is okay, would end up looking like The Thing from the 80s. You remember that movie, The Thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it would look.
I've seen all three versions of
That
the
still
thing.
that still holds up today. Don't get me wrong, that still holds up today. But I think the average viewer is smarter than that and expects more than that.
Now you got to sit there and answer this question: which audience are you expecting them to actually understand this, though?
The sci-fi audience, the
Yes,
zombie genre.
the real audience will expect it. The one that's going for it, the agenda audience, doesn't care for it anymore. That's the problem.
But you got to also figure
Yes,
out where the money lies. The money isn't with the agenda audience.
it's never going to be. Just like all the Marvel movies. You want to make money, you need to make the show the way it's supposed to be done by the fucking comics. Not by your agendas because we want to check marks, but because the audience that's being pushed now is the agenda audience
No,
predominantly.
okay. I gotta respectfully disagree with you there because I know how steadfast you are against any type of changes to a comic book story, but sometimes changes have to be made because not all
And
the
now you're
audience.
pissed at the
Hold on,
show.
hold on. Not all the audience members are avid comic book readers. So you have to make this accessible and easily explainable to the average person on the street that goes to the movie theater. So
Now,
this is why you have to make you have to make some obvious changes, something that would simplify like the MacGuffin of a movie, like let's say Endgame, the movie Endgame, or what's the one just before? Anyway, the two movies with Thanos in it. All right,
yes,
the MacGuffin was that Thanos couldn't do anything unless he snapped his fingers.
yes.
So you had to do whatever you could to prevent that snap from happening. Okay, because
I'll admit that.
in the comic book, it wasn't just about the snap.
Yes.
You
It
had
wasn't
the
about
power,
who
you had the
defeated him either. Because when we go back to the comic books, if these avid moviegoers decide to pick up the comic books, they're going to be really pissed off. I mean, thinking the movie should be right, not the comic books. Now, the comic books are fucking canon. I don't care who the fuck says whatever the fuck they want. No, all these agenda fucking pushers and all these movie pushers. You go back to the comic books and find out that Thanos was beaten originally by Adam Warlock, not Brie Larson's fucking Marvel girl. Yeah, they're going to be pissed.
Well, see, and then again, first of all, because they did not have access to all the Marvel heroes. All right, they really did not. They didn't have access to Squirrel Girl, who was an intricate part of the Infinity War saga in the comics. But like I'm telling you, though, you have to make some changes so that the average audience, the average movie goer, can understand the movie. You're expecting people to go watch the movie and then read the comic. It's not going to happen. They want to go to
but
the movie.
most of them will.
One shot deal.
Most of them will. I mean, probably about 70%
you're
of the audience is going to go, hey, I'm going to check out this comic book now.
You're under false pretense that people do that. That's not how it works. On average,
that read Harry Potter wanted to fucking watch the movie to make sure it was true.
In an idyllic society that values comic books the way, say, you and I do, yeah, then that would happen. But in the average moviegoer's view, we don't need all that exposition. They want something simple, fast, and to the point.
Then you're going to see why I said about what I said about the show that you're enjoying that you think is getting bad because the cordyceps aren't in there. They're going to go for the average viewer, which aren't gamers, and go, fuck the damn game. We're going to enjoy this, and we want the agendas only.
But if you have a zombie show that you're
I know
zombies should be prevalent in the show.
Yes, this is coming from us gamers, horror movie fans, zombie genre fans, comic book fans, we're going to sit there and say, we need this in this show. This should be about the fucking cordyceps. But because as you stated, the average moviegoer wants the agenda. Fuck the goddamn cordyceps.
Yeah, like I had, like, I'll give it for instance. My thing is, like, I had issue with episode 3, right? My issue with episode 3 is I felt that there were some things that didn't need to be shown as much as I felt they should. I felt that was forced, and I wasn't comfortable with that. But on that same note, I thought the writing was excellent. The way that they did change the character, not so much the character, but went off from the game. I had no problem with the way the story went because it was already implied that the character the character of Bill
was gay.
he was LGBT. He was in the LGBTQIA community.
He was gay.
He was gay. You know. So that being said, it just didn't go in the game as deep as it did in the show. And in the show, it had a scenario that was quite different.
Yeah, they drew it out to make the show last longer because they really couldn't push the rest of the shows that they had.
I felt they didn't need. I personally felt they didn't need the lovemaking scene.
No, they didn't.
As far as they went.
No, they didn't.
I think.
But it's agenda over what we expect as actual avid gamers, or again, zombies, or all that stuff. You're going to get the agenda versus the other. I mean, I don't know how they're going to push season 2, considering the fact their predominant character is supposed to die at the end of this second season. Joel's supposed to die in season 2. He's supposed to be dead. Yeah, but because they love his character, they love his acting.
Huge spoiler.
Pascal is supposed to be alive for season 2. So I don't know how that's going to work if he stays alive in season 2.
From what I understand, they might be breaking up season 2. Like, instead of season 2 being 1-for-1,
they said 1-for-1. They literally
stated from what I understand, they're not going to go 1-for-1. So they might go half the story in season 2, and then season 3 would be the second half of the story. So they'll probably go up to Joel's death in season 2, and then season 3 will pick up from there, because the whole Last of Us Part 2 game was basically about revenge is bad. You know, if you want to break it down to the brass
Joel was dead within like 2 minutes or so within the story.
In the story, he was dead in the first. From what I understand, if you play straight through it, he's dead in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, like first 2 minutes or something like that. In the show, it's going to be like 2 minutes, and he should be dead. So the very first episode of season 2, Joel should be dead. If they don't do it, it's already broken it, and they're going to keep Pascal's character all the way through season 2, probably into season 3, which season 3 won't happen unless a third game comes out.
Yeah, and we're not, as far as I know, they haven't even started anything, not even the story, for episode for Last of Us 3. What they're working on right now is a multiplayer version of the game. That's what they're working on right now. So they don't even got writers set up for Last of Us 3. So yeah, that's where we stand as far as that goes.
So they couldn't have a season 3 if a game 3 hasn't even been out.
Exactly.
So their story, if Pascal's character does not die in season 2,
they might break up season 2 into 2 parts. So in other words, instead of taking the whole story, like game to story translation, they would break up the game into two parts for the story for the show.
See
So they
now,
can make seasons 1 and 2. I mean, seasons 2 and 3 off of Last of Us 2.
that's where it's going to ruin the whole show even more.
I think that would be wrong to do.
Yes, he should be within the first episode of season 2, killed off immediately.
Not
If
the
not,
first episode. If it's like this, if it's 9 episodes like this season was, if it's 9 or 10 episodes, then he should die by episode 3.
no, it should be season 2, episode 1.
No, he should
By
die.
the end of episode 1, he should be dead.
No, they'll drag it on until
They want it accurate and they want it done right. This is by us gamers, zombie, all that shit. If it's done right, it should be done in the first episode by the end of the episode.
Yeah, but they're not just going for gamers. Remember, they're also going.
Yes,
they're
I know.
also
This
going
is why
for
I'm stating.
the average viewer. So
Yeah.
they'll drag it on.
So with the average viewer, it wouldn't even be season 2 that Joel dies. They'd be making a season 3 and having Joel keep continuing to stay alive, which fucks the games up. And they stated word for word it was going to be exactly like game 2 was going to be exactly how season 2 is done. So Joel has to, by their statement, has to die in the first episode by the end of the episode. I know agenda and all the general populace audience shit want Pascal's character because they love Pascal's character so badly that they'll jump on him whether they're gay or straight. They'll jump on his dick like he's the greatest fucking actor in the whole entire fucking world. But I'm sorry, he's not that good.
Well, I think he's a good actor. I've liked him ever since me and Katie watched this one movie where he played a vampire in this business world. It was funny as fuck, and he played his character real cool. But we've always liked him. But he's the flavor of the week now. Just like Daryl Dixon was the flavor of the week for Walking Dead, and his popularity kept him on the show while they figured out a way to let Rick go and kill off Carl, which was stupid. But you see, the reason why I disagree with you that he wouldn't be killed off in the first episode of season 2 is because look what happened to Tess. If that's how it should have happened, then Tess should have died in episode 1. She didn't die until episode 2, the end of episode 2. And Tess was on there. Tess was on there in the game shorter than Joel was in the second in Last of Us 2. So that's how come I say Joe will last longer in season 2 than that. So it would be like the third episode, something like that, and that would make sense, especially if it's a 9-episode season. That gives plenty of time to drag the revenge arc of Ellie and then bring in the whole Abby situation. From what I understand, I don't know. I don't even know, but they might add the Abby side of the story at the end of this season. I don't know how this season ends. I mean, I know how it ends on the game, but they might add some part of the Abby story to this season so that you know who Abby is coming into season 2.
Or if anything, that season 2, before Joel gets killed, if they go with your theory, episode 3 would be the episode which should have been episode 1, which we're probably going to get 2 episodes backstorying your character Abby. 2 episodes of Abby to see how she meets with Ellie and all that shit.
Yeah, this is good. This is gonna be interesting. I mean, I'm glad that the second season is greenlit, and possibly the third season. I don't know how.
No, there's no question of it.
I said possibly. I didn't say for sure. I said possibly. It's under discussion. The second season is definitely greenlit. It's already greenlit. They have writers for it. They started writing for the second season. Not a problem. Don't got a problem. I'm just hoping that they don't break up season 2 into a 2-parter where they drag on the whole second game into 2 different seasons. I don't want them to do that. I want them to go game per season, game per season.
Yes, that's how
It
it
might
should be.
push the which
Us
might push
gamers,
the writers to start working on The Last of Us 3, because I really want to see where this story goes. I really am interested in seeing where the story goes, but I don't want to push them so hard to where they put out a crap story. Because in my honest opinion, Last of Us 2 was not a bad story. The story that I've watched, and mind you again, I didn't play the game, but the story that I've watched online, I know the story well. It's a good story and it makes sense. And it makes you think. It's not as simple as revenge is bad. There's a lot of nuances to what they're trying to say in Last of Us 2 as far as storyline goes. It's a lot of nuances to it, which I liked. Um, it's actually making me want to get the game. I'm actively seeking out the cheapest way to get the game right now.
if you got Steam, you got it on your PC, just watch the Steam sales.
Yeah, the Steam sales right now, they're still at $60.
Yes, just wait for the Steam sales to go. Summer is supposed to be one of the bigger ones.
We got a console here. I think it's a PS4 that my roommate's oldest son, my nephew, um, he has a PS4, and I'm asking him to see how much it is, because if I have to, I'll play it on the console. I'll buy it if it's like in the $20 range or something like that. I just can't go spending money on games like I used to be able to, because right now, because we just bought this house and we got a lot of repairs and stuff like that, I cannot be spending money frivolously. So every penny counts. And that being said, guys, please, if you the first time here, please like and subscribe and share the video. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'd appreciate all the help I can get. That being said, do you have any movies that you like that went from game adaptation to movies? Do you have anything you'd like to discuss other than The Last of Us?
I won't go game to series. I'll go to what I've read that actually got turned into a movie. The only movie I've read from a book that was almost like exactly like it was, minus the one actress in it, the bald-headed alopecia bitch, the Demon Knight. I read Demon Knight before I got to see the movie, and I swear to God, it was like word for word from the book. And I hadn't even seen the movie. I read the book like probably a few months before.
Hey, which movie are you talking about?
Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight.
Oh,
I read that book. It was a small book, of course, but it was word for word, passage and passage. I felt like I already watched the movie before I seen it. Once I saw it, it was like almost seeing the whole thing after I read it.
you know what movie I did like that was from the game, and I don't know why it didn't do well, but I know that a lot of gamers, a lot of World of Warcraft gamers were happy with the movie. Was Warcraft the movie? I thought that was a pretty fucking good movie.
It was okay.
I don't think the story was bad.
The Garona thing was way off base.
You didn't like the Garona part of the story?
No, because the way they told that story, they completely did it injustice to the correct lore of the actual game.
That's a change that I believe was made.
No, it was not supposed to be made that way.
I believe that's a change that was made because they weren't too sure how
they would take it.
It's one of those things, taking the game and adapting it to movie and wanting more moviegoers to come see it. Yeah, they want to keep the gamer factor in it, but they want to keep the gamers because the gamers are a huge part of their viewership. But I think they were just trying to get more movie.
No. You know full well, just as you stated it, The only audience that gave a fuck about that fucking movie was World of Warcraft gamers. Other than that, or even Warcraft gamers, no one gave a shit's ass about the outside of it. They're like, okay, I just want to watch it.
What's
Gamers,
up, Major Keys in the house? How you doing, brother?
Are we at the fucking nerdiest fucking part of the fucking morning where we're talking about this?
Fuck yeah.
Yes, we are, motherfucker.
Fucking shit, man. Fuck.
How you doing, my brother?
Salute to you, AJ. Salute to you as well, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, Jeremy. This is Major Keys. Major Keys.
Oh, this is Jeremy Duncan.
We also call it Dracon.
Yeah. I seen Jeremy Duncan around on you guys' channels. I don't know if he knows me though, but you know, because I'm a fucking I'm a ghost, man. Like I just come in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen you on Jedi's cast a couple times.
Yeah.
So we were just talking. We were talking. I was talking to Jeremy about my disappointment
for
Last of Us, with the show Last of Us. I don't know if you watch it or anything.
I do actually. I'm caught up. I'm very caught up to speed. Yeah.
I was just a little disappointed that you got a zombie show
without
zombies.
Yeah, you know, I was telling my wife that. But my wife had played the game before, so she said this is actually right on point with the game, and I was upset because I'm like, it's too dramatic. It's too drawn out. There's too much drama between. Like, I didn't want to see a whole fucking episode about gay guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not against gay people, but I didn't want to see a whole episode based on it. Like, you could have shortened that part out. You know what I'm saying? Like. But there's a lot of drawn out shit where it's like you could make that point a little quicker. You don't have to fucking draw it out that much, But then they have the next season. So I wonder if their funds are going to go into next season to ramp it up, because it was like kind of like they were kind of like not sure if they were going to be able to get a second season, but they got the second season locked in for, so I don't know. I really don't know. But for me, it's an interesting series. But there's a lot of shit that's very drawn out that is not to my liking. I prefer a little more quicker action shit to happen, a little quicker, shit like that. But.
I got you. Let me ask you a question. Even though I thought they did a great job with writing the way they wrote David in the show, David was creepier in the show than he was in the fucking in the game by far. But to build,
remind me, which one was David?
David was the leader of the cannibals.
Oh, okay. So he's the one that just got introduced last week. Okay.
Yeah. So the way they introduced him in the show, I got no problem with the way, but I felt that it was lacking on the trust build, because in the game, he built up some trust with Ellie because they fought together against the infected and against I think at least one or two bloaters. So
that try to move it along.
Builds, when you're fighting together with someone, that builds a certain amount of trust, right? and that they totally cut out that encounter altogether. There was no.
It was probably because they they got bad feedback from the previous ones where they drew out too much of the. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Look. My mother's gay. You already know that. But I don't want to fucking watch a whole gay episode. Like you could put the gay shit in there or whatever. But I'm a man. I don't want to see grown men fucking humping each other and shit like that. Like that's boring to me, bro. Like that's like okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that idea either. Yeah, trust me.
It was too drawn out for me. It's like you could have just put a quick sequence if you wanted to. I could have went and got my chips and took a piss and took a shit real quick. But like a whole fucking episode about it. Like you know what I mean. Like, come on, man. And I think that's where probably they got some feedback about that and probably try to make it a little quicker with that next episode. But maybe they should have flip-flopped it around. Like, they should have made the first one quicker and then made this one a little more drawn out, But they didn't think like that.
Yeah, me and Draco were talking about that, those changes and how and the beats, the emotional beats on the game compared to the emotional beats in the show, they're definitely not on the same. They're not on the same. It's not exactly the same beats, but it is in line, and you get
Wavelength?
that you get
Wavelength?
that you get that what's that
I was thinking wavelength because your name is Electro Jet, so I was thinking that your mind is probably wavelength.
they're not in the same wavelengths, but they got
Yeah.
certain beats yeah, there you go, wavelengths is it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't think it needs a 1v1 interpretation, and I understand taking some liberties. But yeah, with episode 3, I thought that was unnecessary. Again, I know I'll probably catch flack from the alphabet crew, but it is what it is.
No, but it's the truth though. Like if you're given, look, listen, this is honest criticism. This is not against gays. Nobody's saying. I literally have a mother who's gay. She's 60 something years old, 63 years old. Like she's already lived her life, bro. Like, and you know what I'm saying? And you know, so I've been around that since I was 3 years old, and I'm 43. I'm about to turn 43. So nobody can tell me anything different. I already know what it is, right? It's a sexual preference. Okay, no problem. All right, whatever floats your boat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat, Tootie. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you're talking about my entertainment, I have the right to tell you what I like to see. You can't tell me that I should fucking absorb it and watch it because you say that I should watch it. Nah, fuck
Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone would disagree with you on here. I don't like the idea of being force fed an
tiptoe around
agenda.
this bullshit. I don't tiptoe around. I'll fucking smash eggs around here. I don't tiptoe.
Yeah,
around.
no, exactly. Ain't nobody here. Nobody.
And Jed, here's a second opinion stating what I was saying earlier. It is a 1-for-1 game to show. He's his wife said it's pretty much 1-for-1 for the show. So that means season 2, episode 1, Joel should be dead by the end of the episode. If they do it right, he should be dead by the first episode at the end of the episode.
But I think they'll take if they go 1-for-1. I think they'll take it to the 3rd episode. If they go 9 episodes, though, like they did.
Go by the second season. The second season.
Yeah.
So I have to ask my wife because my wife actually played the game and she said that this shit was spot on with the game.
Yes, and they stated in an interview saying that episode 2, season 2 is going to be exactly like game 2.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So he's gonna die.
Yeah.
He has
That's
to.
why I was stating, because of what I've heard and what I've heard of the game, Joel's supposed to die like within like a few minutes of the first episode from season 2.
On the game, if you go through all the scenario, he dies in the first half hour, maybe 45 minutes. The game is about a 4-hour game. Something like that. I think it's a 4-hour game if you play straight through and
But if you listen to what he's saying, so you break down 4 hours into 1 hour, right? Then you know what I'm saying? That it's probably the first 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? 10 minutes. So, yeah.
If they want to break it up, like you're saying, they'd have to do the whole Abby story introduction for 2 episodes into season 2 to make it to where the
Abby thing would have to be introduced in there. And that's how come I say they'd probably kill him off around episode 3.
The only way they could do that is, again, like you're stating yourself, they'd have to intro some long ass shit that means nothing until Joel dies.
What's up, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? How you doing? Welcome to the room. Right now we're just talking about games that have been converted to either movies or shows. Right now we're talking about The Last of Us.
I like Charter. Did you guys talk about Charter?
Uncharted.
I'm sorry, not Charter. Uncharted.
I haven't talked about that, but we can talk about that because that movie didn't do too bad in the theaters. But I would like your opinion on what you guys think of that compared to how the game is. Did you get the sense of feeling of the game with that movie at all?
Me neither. No. The game was so fucking awesome, bro, and the movie was kind of weird.
Trash.
Yeah. It's just like, remember the last Airbender, like how that movie sesucked, and the fucking
cartoon series was better. The cartoon series was 10 times
bro.
better.
I loved it, bro. I couldn't wait when they fucking said they were coming out with the fucking movie. I was like, oh shit, bro. I fucking went and bought the shit at the fucking movie theater. and that shit was dope. But then they didn't follow it up because it was like it was okay. It was okay. I can't say it was dope. It was okay, but it was like okay, so they're gonna do another one, but then they didn't, and it was like, man, this shit sucks. This shit really sucks, bro. Like they just like they just took my money. They robbed me.
Here's some bad news for you then, because they're still talking about it doing a sequel to that movie.
Wow.
Now, mind you, I never played Uncharted, so I don't know how the game
Uncharted, the game was fucking awesome, bro. I got that shit when I bought the PlayStation 3 when it first came out. I had like the one of those packages where you get the Uncharted for Uncharted 4 or some shit like that for free. Bro, this shit was dope, bro. This shit was I literally felt like I was in some fucking crazy ass insane asylum because fucking scientists were fucking coming behind me and muffling me with and just knocking me out and killing me. You know what I'm saying?
Here's one for you, Jed. Have you played Silent Hill?
Silent Hill. I did play Silent Hill, and I did see the movie.
Partially like that, but it's more of like a Lara Croft meets Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's like bro, you gotta really like shoot people from afar, like you know what I'm saying, like you have to get your shot down, you know what I mean, like and then people are like they have certain weapons that you have to make sure you stay away from because and then when you're shooting at certain people, other people are creeping up behind you and they're trying to choke you to death, you know what I mean, like you got to be very aware in that game.
So let me ask you a question then. The movie Uncharted, in the box office, it didn't fail. Let's look at the numbers.
Well, because they did something similar at the beginning, but the whole game wasn't actually cast the way it was supposed to be cast, right?
Yeah.
So at the beginning, they showed the beginning, like he was learning off of the guy and stuff like that. Like they show at the beginning of the game, they show you how to like hold on to the edges of roof or the buildings. They show you how to like steal stuff and shit like that. But at the end of the day, like it's way deeper than that. It's not just as simple as that. You got to shoot shit. You know what I mean? Like it was too simple in the movie. It was way too simple in the movie.
Okay, so here's what I got. The film grossed $401.7 million worldwide, making it the 5th highest grossing video game film of all time.
Yeah, compare that to the highest grossing film of all time that has nothing to do with video games.
The highest grossing film of all time was Endgame, $2 billion. Right now, the highest grossing film is Endgame.
Video games,
just
right?
A little over $2 billion.
Yeah. That was.
That's a comic book, not a video game.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. He said the highest grossing film ever, and I'm just saying that's the highest grossing film right there.
Yeah, that had to do with a different world with an ant as a telepathic creature that was talking to him. That was a little different. I'm just saying, like, this could have been so simple if they would have literally just added the graphics and added a little bit more action to it. This could have been a better film,
right?
When it comes to Uncharted. That's all.
Do you think $401 million is a failure of a film? I think the production and marketing of the film altogether was about $300 million. So.
Well, it depends on what you consider failure, because it's not a failure of revenue, but it's a failure of idea. When you come to you know what I'm saying? When you come to real people that really want to watch what the video game was trying to display, right? If you wanted to transition that into a movie, then it's a failure. But if you transition it to revenue, I guess it's not a failure, so it's a difference.
That's why I'll go back to what I stated earlier, Jed. You need to please the gamers, the comic book fans, the cartoon fans, way before the general fucking audience. Because fuck the general audience. All they're doing is pushing agendas and wanting check marks. Yeah, but they're not watching the film for the film. They're watching it for agenda. That's it. They don't give a flying fuck about the movie otherwise.
Yeah, but that's where all right.
That's the problem. We need to be pleased first. Fuck them.
It depends on. It depends.
No, it does not depend at all. There.
It depends on the size of the fan base. Now,
base is huge.
Let's put it this way. If they would have done Warcraft the movie right around the time that the Lich King came out, right? The right around the time Wrath of the Lich King came out. That's 14 million subscribers. That would have been
Yeah,
14 million people were gonna go see that movie.
exactly.
That was
I
the
gotta,
fan base.
you're both right. And I want to say this. The reason Electro J, you're right about the numbers right there, but I see where he's coming from because here's the thing: you need a stamp of approval from the real people that actually know about the shit.
No,
Like,
I know what he's saying. I get
when you go back to the drawing board and you say, "Hey, what was wrong with that movie?" or "What was great about that movie?" The people are gonna tell you. They're gonna say, "Hey, this shit that had nothing to do with the fucking comic book. That had nothing to do with the fucking game." You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna tell you that my wife is one like that. My wife's sister actually has like over 40,000 fucking followers on IG, and all she does is DC Comics. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Like they know about this shit. My wife is a Batman, and I've converted her a little bit. I said, "Yo, Marvel is way better than fucking DC." You know what I'm saying? I've converted her a little bit, but she still thinks that Batman is the shit. You know what I'm saying? She still thinks that Batman is better than Superman. So whatever, you know. But
I prefer Spawn myself.
myself.
yeah. But that's too old school for her because Spawn was that was when graphics first came out. That whole shit with the Spawn fucking comic books.
Yeah,
The graphics with that shit, that was extra. Like that was extra. Nobody was on some shit like that at that time.
the whole crew that went to make Image Comics actually came from both Marvel and DC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that much I do know. That history I do know.
I
My
literally
thing is,
had-
I used to be somewhat of an artist back because at one point in time when I was in my early to mid 20s, I was an artist. I say was because I put down
Stick figures isn't art.
no, I put down the pen and charcoal when I got
The stick figures
rejected
still
by
don't
Marvel.
count.
I submitted some drawings, some stories, and some head my own made up heroes from Marvel Comics, and I submitted it, and they showed me appreciation, but they couldn't use my stuff, and I got so depressed, I just threw away all my.
Listen,
stopped
my
doing
wife,
drawing
my wife has rare comics like when what's the dying joke with the Joker killing Batman. She's got like all types of weird comics that are rare. You know what I'm saying? And like literally, we have so many fucking comics, and it's all my wife's collection. You know what I'm saying? Before I met her, she already had that collection, and she still had. And we have like fucking like all types of fucking shit that we can put up, like art, like designs, like to put up on the wall and shit like that. Like it's just because of my wife. My wife loves that shit, bro. She loves it. You know. So she can tell you, like she'll be the type of person that will tell you all the Spider-Man's names, all the you know what I'm saying, like all the Batman's names. You know what I'm saying? Like she literally knows this shit like the back of her hand. You know, but so when I debate her with this shit, I just say, well, Marvel's better. And she just gets pissed off. She just gets pissed off because I say that. I'm like, nah, fuck.
Dude, I used to be a Batman fan.
Batman is a man. He can't beat Captain Marvel. Fuck
Dude,
that.
I used to be a Batman fan until I found Wolverine. And once I learned who Wolverine was, Marvel with comics was all I could. Because I used to follow DC, I would collect Batman and then also Firestorm. I was a huge Firestorm fan. And then I got introduced to Wolverine, the X-Men,
Yeah.
and I started collecting their comics, and it just got so out of hand. And it's like I left DC behind. I mean, there was one DC character that I liked a lot. He was a villain. His name was Lunatic. He was kind of like the Joker, but I thought I liked that character.
I know who
And
you're talking
but
about, yeah.
it was all about Batman for me, and then it was more Firestorm than Batman. I liked
Yo,
Firestorm.
EJ, let me tell you a real fun fact real quick. And my apologies. I will let you speak. I will stay quiet. I apologize. But I just have to make this fun fact. My cousin allegedly, right, was in charge of a Crip gang, right? So they RICO acted him, right? And he's in jail right now, right? So allegedly, but his favorite character was always Magneto. And so his actual name, his supposed RICO law name was Magneto Rico, right? and they literally have them part like you can actually see shit online about the rolling Harlem Crips where they allege that he was in charge of it.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So he's dealing with a big fucking stint right now for no damn reason because it's all alleged. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So what they did was they scapegoated him by making him lead, so he takes the fall for everybody else.
yeah, just because he liked Magneto, and he felt like he was the leader of the X-Men and shit like that. And then other people were acting wild and shit like that, and they all connected back the dots to him. I don't know why. This is all alleged.
Yeah, allegedly. It's allegedly, guys, not anything else. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, you didn't interrupt because I just finished what I had to say. But
no, I was talking about the brother right here, man. I didn't want to interrupt him because me and you've been talking back and forth, but he was jumping in also. I didn't want to interrupt him. Like I don't want to.
Oh, I got you.
Because like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm about to finish in a minute after I finish this half a beer here, right? But I didn't want to keep interrupting people,
No, man, this is all about just fucking chatting. This is a let talk. It's about anything goes. So I just don't do that free smoke shit. You know me. I'm not.
I don't do that. I don't do. You know how I run my panel too. I haven't seen you over there in a minute, but I don't do that shit neither, bro. And I got no problem with it because when I go over there, I go there for that specific reason. But you know what I'm saying? On my channel, I do operate a little different. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's how I am. It's like with like I got last week. I made the rule, right? And it's always been the rule. Now I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. You know that already, right?
So am I. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, look at my complexion. The only reason I'm this complexion is I'm not allowed to be out in the sun. I'm a lot lighter than what I used to be. I got proof. But anyway, my rule on my channel is if you're my complexion or lighter, the fucking N-word don't come out your mouth. Now, if you're darker than I am and you got the right blood, then hey man, go off. I don't care. But you can't be my complexion or lighter and say the N-word. Because
that means you can't either, Jed.
I don't.
Respectfully, Jed, I will never talk like that unless I'm in a hyped up conversation where it just comes out naturally. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And the only reason that comes out naturally is because I am a street dude from New York. I am from the BX. I am from that old school flavor where I don't even think about it. To me, it's not even a fucking. My mother says that she's 63. My aunt says that she's 50 something. It's just part of our fucking character.
No, I get you. Do you know why I stopped saying it? You know why I stopped saying it? Is because it made my wife uncomfortable. And I get you. And so the less and less I started saying it, it just left my vocabulary.
Well, my wife just laughs at me and says, "I can't say that," and I'm like, "Yeah, you shouldn't say that because you're not me." That's all I say to my wife. My wife's Italian. I say, "Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't say that. I wouldn't even vouch for you. If somebody wanted to fuck you up for saying that, I would probably fuck you up with them." You know what I'm saying?
Italian Sicilian or Italian?
No, she's look, her grandmother's straight Italian. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sicilians can get away with it. They're pretty damn dark.
Well, okay. So let me put it like this: they were kind of red skin, like to dark red skin, like Sicilians, like that. So her family was from that, but they're racist white people right now. They're racist white people. So she doesn't get along with them as much anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because they're racist white people. But at the end of the day, her herself, that's what she says, like, because her brother grew up in the ghetto. Her brother actually is a ghetto ass motherfucker that's been in and out of jail, and he only hangs out with black dudes. You know what I'm saying? But he's white, right? And he's 40 something. He's actually older than me, right? and but the thing is that he knows better than to talk like that. And she says, "Oh well, I just can never say that." I'm like, "I know, and I don't want you to say that, honey, because you're probably gonna get punched in the mouth, and I don't want to have to defend you on that one." You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say that I'm Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? I can say whatever the fuck I want because I'm going to defend that shit real from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like I'm disrespecting nobody.
That's how it used to be. Now that I don't say it, I'm going to say, now that I don't say it as much, it's not that it doesn't come out ever, but I try not to put it out. I try not to say it here.
Yeah, it's hard.
I've said it on here once or twice.
It's hard though. It's hard, bro, because
It's hard.
That's the way.
It's
That's the way.
hard.
That's part of my vocabulary, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's part of my vocabulary. It's not even like I'm. That's what a lot of people around the world and little kids nowadays, the little Karens and Darrens that don't understand, they don't understand. They don't understand the way that we grew up at a certain era.
Right.
Like I literally, my grandmother was in New York from the 1940s. My mother was born in 1959. My pops was born in 1958. My grandfather was black with green eyes, bro, from the Dominican Republic. Bro, like we grew up in the Bronx. We were part of hip hop. This is like everything that happened. And then you're going to tell me when everybody was calling me nigga that I can't say what's up, nigga? You crazy.
All right.
Crazy. You must be out your goddamn mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I was
the way I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I never met a black person in New York that got mad at me for saying, what's up, nigga? I never met no black person in New York that got mad at me for saying, what's up, nigga? But when I moved down south with the segregation, that was different.
I've never gotten shit for it. The only reason I put the rule and I don't say it as much as I used to is because my wife, number one. She gets very uncomfortable when I say it. And I try not to get, I try not to upset her.
Yeah.
But when I do that, I am not comfortable, honestly, with white people saying it at all.
It sounds weird when they say it. I guarantee
it does.
I'm not comfortable. It's like I can say it, and you know that I don't mean it in a fucking like. Even get the smoke as much as he tried to argue with me when I first started, like when I first started dealing with him. Like he was like, "Yo," but he knows. I just asked him the other day on my channel that like literally like Sunday night or some shit, and he's like, "Nah, I know you're not racist, bro. Come on," you know what I'm saying? But that's the whole thing. It's the thing is that a lot of people don't understand. Like when you grow up a certain way, I'm 42 years old. I should not have to answer to another man about how I speak. This is the way I grew up. That's it. If you didn't grow up that way, then do your research. Don't make me tell you about this shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Right. But at the end of the day, I'm not disrespecting you, and he knows I'm not disrespecting him. So at the end of the day, when it comes to different people, they got different ways of talking about it. And when they say it, it doesn't sound as natural though. That's the problem. When they say it, it sounds a little, I don't know, bro. Like I'm against the fence with that one. That doesn't sound natural.
Here's the thing. It's the enunciation too. Just like you were saying, you can't be using the hard R on the end of that shit because that definitely gets you the fucking wrong looks and possibly get your ass killed. Now saying nigga, that's the right way of saying that shit.
Yeah, but you also saying these words that
don't even go there, Jed. I can get darker than your ass, motherfuckers. So don't even go there with me. I can go out in the sun and get dark.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter still.
Because I'm Alaskan Native. I got dark skin.
Yeah, but you're Alaskan. You're Yata. Hey, I can't let it go. Sorry.
Oh, you Alaskan? So you get stipends over there. I'm about to move to Alaska to get some stipends.
No, I'm not from there. I'm actually, my ancestry's there. My father's full-blooded Alaskan Native. So, yeah, I'm. When I get dark enough to pass as a black person.
Yeah, I wish I could go back out in the sun like that, but
do they deduct taxes when you get those stipends because you're black?
I don't get my reparations yet, no. Although I do want to actually claim my heritage because from what I've been told, every year we get a $50,000 check, and every month we get about $2,000.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And on top of that, I can still keep claiming my Social Security because of it.
Watch this. Look at this. Hold on a second. I want to show you. Look at this crap.
Well, we can see who's Jed. Big boy. Big boy. Big boy. Big boy.
You see all that hair? Oh, God, I missed that hair.
What hair? That's an afro, motherfucker.
And here's my God rest his soul. This is my younger brother, Junie. This is my little brother here, Jose. My sister, and then my big brother back there. But fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy on the left. Big fat.
No. That's a G right there. He's an OG, man.
God damn.
Yeah,
Did
bro.
you weigh a lot, or did you weigh a lot?
Dude, I was a big boy.
Yes, you were. Jesus Christ.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still EJ from the block. Oh shit! I forgot. I fucking came into my house. I still got my fucking 380 in my pocket. That shit is loaded. I got a fucking shit, bro. I'm over here wilding right now.
No, look, dude, I live out in the wild fucking west, man.
Oh, good Lord, shut the fuck up. New Mexico is not the Wild West.
New Mexico is the wild west.
Unbelievable. Worse, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he's saying the Wild West.
Right here.
I'm saying,
right up here.
Like, I seen fucking Bugs Bunny pop up there, bro. Like,
There's no Bugs Bunny.
He's really hiding the pandas he has behind him too.
Leave my pandas alone, man. Leave my fucking pandas alone, all right?
Shit. I'll be right back, EJ. I'm gonna make some food real quick, man, because it's like mad late. So I'm gonna hang out with you guys.
Go do it, man.
I'm gonna hang out with you guys till like 5:30, but I'm gonna make some food real quick so I can eat while I listen to you guys. All right.
Yeah, man. Go take care of yours, man. Don't worry about it. We're gonna sit here and chit chat about how miserable they decide to translate a fucking game to a movie. Let's talk about the worst violation ever.
Oh, that's
Mario.
easy. No, Last of Us.
Mario Brothers.
Well,
What?
they got that new Mario Brothers that's coming out soon too.
I'm kind of wondering what that's gonna look like, but the worst of them all has to be, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Mario Brothers with John Leguizamo as Luigi. Which one was your worst one that you thought was, Jackon?
I can tell you right now, Mario definitely takes the cake too.
Mario.
But the Last of Us is another one that fucking really pisses me off because they're pushing an agenda shit. I don't care what you think. I mean, I get it, you like it, but you're pushing that general friggin' audience shit when it shouldn't be.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues.
My thing is, I actually went. I remember going to the theater to see that movie.
Which movie? Oh, Mario.
Mario Brothers is like, and when I left, I was just like totally disgusted. Like, what the fuck was that? And why was there a T-Rex at the end of the movie? I mean, what is this shit?
They couldn't make the proper. And the T-Rex at the end was technically supposed to be Yoshi.
Oh, good Lord.
But the new one coming out is not what you think. It's not a live action. It's actually a CGI. So it's back to being more Mario than it is supposed to be fucking screwed up live action.
You know which one I didn't think was too bad? It was Rampage. Rampage wasn't great, but I think
it was closer to the game than it could have been. It needed a little bit more push back to the game, but from what the game was, I mean that was pretty damn fucking. I'll say that was actually pretty damn spectacular.
Yeah, I thought they did it. I mean, it was lacking. In my opinion, it was lacking on story. But I liked the Easter eggs. I liked the alligator Easter egg, the wolf one, and then of course you got the gorilla. But yeah, it was lacking on story for me, and no amount of what's his name, The Rock, is going to.
You mean the guy that's supposed to be in every movie now?
Yeah. Dude, what did you think of Black Adam? Was that hot garbage to you or what?
That was, well, you've already heard it from Jedi. You definitely heard it from me too at the same time. Fucking, he's Egyptian. Not to mention that he's got a widow's peak and he's completely incorrect. Because he's supposed to be a bad guy. Evil. They made him a good guy. right off the bat are like, no, he never was a good guy in the comic books.
in the comic books, he was an anti-hero. He was like Deadpool. He was like
he wasn't
a
even
good
an
guy,
anti.
but,
He wasn't even an anti-hero. He was a bad guy. He always fought Shazam. He always fought Shazam. He never sided him. Maybe one or two comic books he did, but he never ever.
Hey, yeah, guys, you want to hear some dope shit that just happened to me?
What happened?
I just found another beer in my fridge, bro. What the fuck, bro? I thought my shit was done.
How did it just appear there? Was it hiding in the back?
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Yo, I have footprints on in the universe, man. I really do. Like, there's certain things that are traced back to Major Key, bro. Like, you guys don't believe it. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm such a humble guy. Yo, by the way, I love everybody on YouTube, man. Don't get it twisted. Like, even if you think that I got smoke with somebody, eventually they're gonna fucking realize, yo, Major Key's a cool guy, man. I'm cool with him again. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta know, how did this terminology "gotta get smoke" happen? Is it because of your all's dude you keep talking about, Big Smoke or whatever his name is?
Who? Get the smoke?
Or whatever his name is.
I don't know. I really, smoke is just smoke. Like, smoke just means problems. You want some problems? Because I got Black and Brown that has Free Smoke Friday. Get the smoke. I fuck with him. He's always bringing smoke. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? And yo, anything related to smoke is just like
smoke is related to smoke is like a hot topic, like friction. You got friction with somebody. That used to be the term back in the day. You got friction, or you want to throw wolf tickets.
Well, why don't you say friction? To me, it sounds like you're talking about that smoke guy.
You tell me why you wouldn't say friction. What the fuck? Does that sound like a fucking bestseller right there? Let's just say friction. No, Free Smoke Friday sounds better.
Well, see, when I keep hearing that, I keep hearing and thinking you're talking about that one smoke guy that he gets on these things and starts shit all the time.
Well, I mean,
the smoke. Oh yeah.
If you said it twice, don't say it 3 times because everybody knows that.
Isn't it 5 times considering he's supposed to be black?
If you say it 3 times, it's gonna pop up, and if he pops up, I'm gonna stay quiet and I'm not gonna defend.
I don't, despite his and I differing opinions, and that's putting it lightly. I actually like the guy. I
like Smoke too. I like Smoke a lot too, man, because here's the thing. He's gonna make you understand what the fuck you're talking about, regardless. You see what I'm saying? Like, the thing is, he's gonna. If you don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, he's gonna call you out on it, and you're gonna look like a dumbass.
But he's gonna make sure that he force feeds you his opinion.
Right. So the thing is that you have to be intelligent when you have a conversation with Get the Smoke, because he's actually a very intelligent dude, and I always give him credit for that. He's a very intelligent dude. Yeah, I clown him, I joke with him and shit like that, but at the end of the day, I give him a lot of respect because he's actually somebody that can hold a conversation with me and debate me to the fullest, like to the fullest.
When I come at Smoke, I come at him with nothing but factual numbers, and that's it. If it's opinion, I'm not going to argue with him about it. But if it's something that's actual that has nothing but facts behind it, that's all I ever had.
And still, by the end of the conversation, you're going to think you had an opinion and no facts.
Yeah,
he's so good at what he does.
That's what he'll make you
He's so good at what he does. He's so good at what he does that if you're not fucking really like with your foot down on the facts, he will make you like think that you're retarded. Like, oh shit, did I just come in here like on some retarded level? Like, did I actually research that? Is that real facts that I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you start questioning yourself. But you see what I'm saying? That's why you got to know what you're talking about before you talk to him. Yeah. So when you talk to him, he's great at what he does. That's why everybody lets him on the panel, because he actually is very, very intelligent. That's why a lot of people subscribe to his channel, and everybody should subscribe to his channel, no doubt about it. Because what he does is like, he's a very smart guy, but not necessarily that I agree with everything that he says, but he will definitely give you some food for thought. He'll give you some food for thought. And if you're not prepared to argue with him, then don't argue with him. Please don't argue with him because he's gonna cook you. You know what I'm saying?
The ones that I really can't stand the most is the ones that think they won a confrontation or won some sort of argument because they spoke louder than you. I said that's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. You can talk as loud as you want because in my channel I can mute you, and in other people's channel they'll just knock you off. There are those that will let him lie, will let them just go on, but as long as you get your key words in there and you make them look stupid, no matter what they say, they're gonna look stupid. So
you mean like you, Jed, when you mute me because I'm making you look stupid half the time?
When you dude, first of all, I mute you just because it's fucking comedy. It's comedy gold when I mute
That's
you.
That's unfair. Why you muting this guy, man? I just met him and you're muting him already?
He mutes. I get on his channel and he doesn't like what I say. He'll mute me like immediately, like fucker.
That's fucked up, BJ.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. And why are you being so quiet right now?
Oh, why are you muting me again, Jed?
I've muted Jeremy and I've muted Rolling with the Punches.
I mean, bro, are you in the category, Jeremy, of rolling with the punches, bro?
Hell no. I'm predominantly an asshole by nature. That's why he does it to me.
Category of fucking rolling with the punches, bro. Then I can't even have a conversation with you. Listen, and shout out to my boy rolling with the punches because here's the thing, I love this guy, but the guy needs to take care of himself. That's all. Like, and that's out of love. That's out of no. I'm not laughing. That's out of love.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. He goes off on rants and he doesn't realize it the next day. And then I get texts. I literally have texts, man, and I'm never gonna show it. This is between him and I, right? But him apologizing, and he doesn't even remember sometimes what he said.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I love the guy. Like this guy. I literally have told people like, yo, Rolling with the Punches is fighting on Border Wars. Let's go watch him and shit. Like supporting the guy. I really love Rolling with the Punches, man. But if you're coming against me, then I gotta go against you.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? It's the only way to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can't come against me and expect me not to go against you.
Yeah.
So that's the whole problem I have with him because most of the time it's like I'm not even talking shit about him. Like, honestly speaking, on Black and Brown channel one time, you know what I'm saying? Like he was over there talking shit about, David Benavidez was on your channel, and then you let people, pop over your channel, talk shit about David Benavidez. I wouldn't even blame David Benavidez if he never popped up on your channel. I'm like, dog, like you're literally trying to shit on my fucking cast, like you're trying to shit on my podcast, like you know what I'm saying, like like why would you do that? Like you know what I mean? I let you talk to these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And then even after that, I still let him come on to talk to Rick Glacier, and then he had a dumbass question for him. So you see what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things where I love him, but he needs to fix himself before he wants. I'm not a mentor. He's not paying me to be a father or a mentor or nothing like that.
Right.
I'm not here to do that. I'm not being sponsored for him. Nobody's paying me. I don't have time for that shit. I got my own fucking family life.
Yeah, so, I'm definitely not like that. I'm more on the.
But I can't do that.
I'm more on the lines. I'll fuck with someone I know, and if done something with them in retrospect. Otherwise, I don't fuck with people I don't know who the fuck they are.
I should have shared this shit on my channel to get people over here. Yo, give me 1 second. I'm gonna share this shit. You gonna be up?
Yeah, we're not going nowhere.
I got a full beer, so I'm gonna fucking share this shit on my channel real quick.
Sure thing.
I just fucking found this shit, motherfucker. Like I'm gonna share this shit now.
Jed secretly had a portal gun, and he portal gunned your refrigerator and put one in there for you.
All right, I got to ask you a question, Jeremy. Which one of the Marvel Disney series have you watched, or have you watched none of them?
I've seen all of them, and I don't approve of everything after Disney took control.
All right. What about? Okay. All right. Let me go down the list. All right. I just
I'll
got.
reiterate this. Hold on, one more
time.
time. You're talking to someone who has an eidetic memory. Ever since Disney took over for Marvel, all their shit has been shit. Especially Captain Marvel. Because that bitch, I'm sorry, does not match Monica Rambeau. And they pretty much fucking race swapped the shit out of that one too, because Monica Rambeau was the first Captain Marvel.
All right, I just shared it right now. You should get a little bit more traffic. I just shared it right now.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You're gonna get some European traffic though, not no American traffic. You're gonna get European traffic.
I don't got a problem with that. All right, yeah, you're right. Monica Rambeau was the first Captain Marvel, but as far as Carol Danvers goes, Carol Danvers has never really been. I don't know why they push her so much, even though she
because
is
the character that they got to act for the spot.
no
Brie
I'm talking about in
Larson,
the
the
comic-
activist.
but hold on, I'm talking about in the comic books. Captain Marvel
she
was
wasn't.
really never that big a deal.
No, she wasn't.
You know, so I don't know why they made the big push for that character.
Again,
I think Monica Rambeau's Captain
Yes.
Marvel was more popular than
yes,
Carol
and she
Danvers.
was black too, which is really fucked up. They race swapped the fuck out of her there.
Let's
Oh,
see.
white person.
But my thing is, I thought there was some good Disney shows. I liked the version of Ms. Marvel that was on Disney Plus. I don't know why it didn't do better because I thought the story was good. This was a coming of age show of a teenager that got her powers.
Isn't that supposed to be the one that's supposed to be Kamala?
Yeah, that's Kamala Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's supposed to be able to stretch, but they didn't allow her to stretch. They made her use some kind of like
They
teleporting
use the
power.
bangles, but they fixing it. See, that's the thing with the. I don't know if people knew about this, but Marvel Comics had some drama going on where it came to the X-Men, and they were going more towards the Inhumans than the X-Men, and they threw this whole Terrigen Mist story into the mix to make the
The Inhumans.
Inhumans more popular than the X-Men, but it never happened. X-Men were always going to be more popular, but because Marvel Comics sold a lot of the rights to certain characters, they didn't have access to those characters as much as before on TV shows and on Netflix and shit like that. So because of that, they pushed the Inhumans, and the Inhumans that they made on ABC sucked so much ass.
Yeah, Black Bolt was horrible.
Oh my god! But there's some of the stories that they came up with, in my opinion, on Disney Plus. I thought Miss Marvel was a very good representation of Marvel Comics and youngsters on the new Marvel Comics, and they did the adaptation of her powers pretty good, and because
she was, from what I heard, she was able to portal.
Because she was supposed to be originally be a mutant, but went with the Terrigen Mist storyline because of the whole drama. But originally she was supposed to be a mutant, so they put that original storyline into the show where she is a mutant, and it interacted with the bangle in a certain way, which is why she got the thing. But she is a mutant. That being said, they'll probably end up giving her original powers back, and she's going to lose the bangles.
Is there
because from what I know of her, she's a stretcher, not a portal maker.
Hold on. Both of you are talking at the same time. What were you going to say, Jeremy? All right. Somebody stepped on somebody else. Jeremy, you there?
Yeah.
What were you saying?
As you were stating, if they give her proper powers, she was supposed to stretch, not make portals. From what I understand of the show, she made portals to different dimensions.
No, she didn't make a portal. The Bangles has a power that does a loop. It brought her back in time, but it was a loop thing where it just went back in her history, back in her family, but she couldn't do anything about it. She had no real effect on it except to continue the story the way it went, and then it brought her back to the original timeline. But that was the Bengals that did it, not her.
Yeah, because her ability was the trip.
That was the only time jump that was in there. She doesn't throw portals out. It was like energy disc that she could step on, or that surround her to protect her, like give her a shell. But she could also embiggen herself with that. But the embiggen thing is also part of her power as her mutant ability. And now, what were you saying, Major Keys?
What I was saying is that her abilities are unmatched when it comes to DC.
Mm-hmm. He's basically stating how Marvel's better than DC.
Yeah. But the thing is, all the evidence came in without me.
So I like that show, right? But then I also like the WandaVision show and the Loki show, but I wasn't too keen.
Loki
Stuff on She-Hulk was all right, but I didn't think all of it was good. You guys made some valid points with the wokeisms and shit like that on there.
No, my wife. No, don't get me twisted, bro. Like, let me tell you something. Again, my wife is very much a DC fan. So is her sister, and they fucking are so passionate, bro. I got so many fucking like rare bobbleheads, all these fucking things in my house, bro. Because of them, I got so many rare comic books in my house, and it's all because they love that shit for so long, and they, you know what I'm saying, that was their focus. But the thing is that I still can demolish them with just one fucking person, like a Captain Marvel.
What's Captain Marvel though? Danvers or Rimbaud?
Dude, it doesn't. You see, I don't get it. They can argue with you about that, but I could just say Hulk. You know what I'm saying? I could just keep talking about Marvel, and still, it just gets broken down. Like, it's so crazy. Like, Marvel's dope, man. But I get it. But you know what? I like what my wife. One thing we agree on is my wife will say the better thing about DC. One thing that we can agree on DC is that their stories are more dramatic, and it is very more deep into the human way of living. Like, there's more personalization with human.
They're more about the human condition than
right.
I know what you mean, because that's we'll take Wonder Woman for example.
Yeah.
The people that came up with the idea of Wonder Woman and all the scenarios that she was put in, people thought that, you know, it was not a good idea to put a woman in chains on a comic book. Yet every time they had her in chains or some sort in some sort of S&M position, but she always got herself out of it. She didn't need help getting out of it, but she was always put in that situation. And those stories, all it did was explain about the human condition in a way from different.
Man, they were worried about fucking Wonder Woman, but they weren't worried about Django. Come on, bro, that's fucked up.
Well, that's not exactly true either, though. Wait a minute. That's not exactly Django. Wait a minute. Now let's go there.
Let's go because that's fucked up. If you could care more about Wonder Woman than you did about Django, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of fucked up, bro.
But I'm just talking about. Remember, the Wonder Woman came out in the 50s, in the late 40s, early 50s. And
when did Django come out?
Are you talking about the character Django, the cowboy character Django, or are you talking about the movie Django?
Well, I believe that movie with Jamie Foxx was based on also like some kind of short series on
Vertigo. Django was a Vertigo comic book.
There we go. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it was like a short some shit. Yeah.
But there was
Yes.
also a DC character, Django.
But
That
that's
Hold
what
on,
I'm
hold on,
saying.
hold on. I'll clean that one up for you, Jed. Vertigo is a sister company to DC.
Okay.
all right, but the Django, and that's I keep saying the Django, but it is Django.
Hold on. Let me clean it up completely, Jed. So it's a sister company. So did they make a short series or what is like? Because I know it was like a long series, right? It was just like kind of like a short series or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an annual like the Marvel Comics annual editions.
Yeah. Well, similar. Yeah, similar. Like it was just like a short series. Yeah. It wasn't like something like major that blew out. Like it wasn't like Aquaman or fucking Batman
Yeah.
or nothing like that. It was like a short series, like that.
Short series like Wolverine. Wolverine had a short series.
Yeah, but he became part of X-Men, so I wouldn't relate it
No,
to
but
that.
yeah,
But yeah.
even when he was in X-Men, he had a short series where he was hunting down some people. Spider-Man was in it. He fucking Spider-Man almost killed him. Let's see.
What?
What's her name? Shadowcat. Kitty Pryde was in it.
Storm.
Was Storm in it? The Morlocks were in it, and Storm was the leader of the Morlocks at that time. And then let's see. Oh yeah, Yoshi. Her name was Yoshi.
You talking about Lady Deathstrike?
Lady Deathstrike was in it as well, and so was Electra, Carmen Electra, not Carmen Electra, Electra. Carmen Electra.
Hey,
You're just thinking about her boobs.
wrong tab. You got the wrong tab up there.
Yeah.
Close that one out. Close that
No,
one
no.
out.
He's
Electra
just
was
staring
in
at her
it,
boobs.
from Daredevil was also in that comic.
Daredevil was my guy. Daredevil was actually my favorite.
You seen
character. Yeah.
with that side note of Elektra, you seen what they've done to Elektra now? She's now the new what is it, Daredevil?
No, I haven't seen a comic book, a recent comic book in a while, unless I watch it online. I'll see the comic streams on YouTube. So they come up with
Somehow, I don't know what happened, but Daredevil disappeared or something like that. So Elektra took up his mantle and pretty much half uses his costume as her costume now.
no shit.
No shit.
I might have to look up on that.
Yeah. It's kind of weird how they did that with the comic books. They
Okay.
call her like Lady Daredevil or something now, or I can't remember exactly the name.
What I'm looking forward to seeing is what they do with X-23 in MCU, because eventually she is coming to the MCU, and I'm wondering if they're going to use Daphne again, the girl that played X-23 in Logan. I would love to see her come back because she did a perfect rendition of X-23.
They would have to fit her in because the thing that I appreciate about MCU is that they already have all their phases laid out, and that's the beautiful thing about that. That's what they're doing better than DC. They have all their phases laid out, and so the problem with them competing as far as movies is that everything is being set up simultaneously over years and years and years. That everything's being prepared and prepped already for like 4 years in advance. So that's why it comes out so dope, because that's what they're doing. See, DC's not doing that, and that's what sucks, because DC people like, bro, like you think my wife wasn't mad that fucking Ben Affleck left?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? As Batman, you think she
Worst
was
Batman.
that certain people left when they were supposed to be like the characters for years to come? She's pissed off about all that. She says like, yo, DC sucks, but she loves DC, but she still like, yo, bro, this shit sucks, bro. Like they're not doing a better
Yeah,
job.
I don't know why they didn't continue the Snyderverse, because once the Snyder Cut came out on HBO Max, then the story started making all sense, and it was a good story. It was a fucking awesome story. And I don't know how I feel about James Gunn coming in there and just messing shit up, because if they would have just stuck it to the storyline that they're doing, and just get rid of what's his name, Ezra Miller, because that guy's just a total fuck up. I can't believe that movie is still going to be, released and with all the shit he's done. But they could replace him and just keep that DCEU going with the Snyderverse. I think it would have caught up to Marvel eventually in like a decade. But now they're starting over fresh. I don't get it. I don't see why they did that. Because I personally like Batfleck. Batfleck was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Them fight scenes that he had in Superman versus Batman.
Yeah, man.
Fuck,
I actually love that. And I also liked I'm not gonna lie, I liked when the Joker did what was his name? When they did what the fuck was that? The dope ass movie is like 2.5 hours. Where the guy killed himself afterwards. You know what I'm talking about, guys.
Wait.
Yep.
Huh?
Wait,
I know who you're talking about.
Which one are you talking about?
It's the Batman movie, Dark Knight, The Dark Knight.
Oh.
The Joker that killed himself. The guy that the actor.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Don't let me dumb down the show, EJ. If I'm sounding stupid, bro, I don't really know too much about this shit. I just know about what I like. You see what I'm saying? I can talk about it from an observer standpoint, but when it gets into real comics, I know a little bit about it, but my wife knows way more, and she's sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna try to debate nobody or nothing like that. But I'm just trying to say that I really enjoy the conversation about these movies because as a person that's gonna buy the movies for my kids, when I buy a movie, I'm bringing 9 kids there, right?
Damn.
You're getting way above $100 from me, so I would imagine that a movie theater or a movie wants me to go there, right? Because you know what I'm saying, you're getting over $100 right there, in one shot. Then on top of that, you're getting another $200 over the fucking popcorn, fucking nachos, and candy and fucking soda and shit.
Concession stands are making a killing.
Yeah,
just on one city.
And then if you got a real nice fucking place where they serve wine and alcohol, then you got another fucking 100. You know what I'm saying? Off of me and my wife. So shit, you automatically got like $350, $400 off of me just off a movie night.
Yeah, we got one of those places out here. It's called Flicks, where you can get beer or wine, and you can get a full dinner and shit like that.
Yeah, we got those places out here. We got a lot of places out here like that. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Places, man.
I don't try to be an expert. All I'm saying is that when you get me out there, you're gonna get my money, right?
Right.
So if
you want to make it, you want it to be a worthwhile. You want it to be,
of course, yeah. Because right nowadays, look, I mean, I could watch this shit. I could stream it for free if I wanted to, right? But now I'm trying to support the cause and have an experience with the kids. Because if I wanted to, I could just fucking stream the shit illegally. And I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's when you go to Cody.com.
Cody, I keep telling you, it's popcorn.
Popcorn. Cody's fucking works for me. Fine.
You know what I'm saying?
You obviously don't know how to use popcorn.
If it's just me and my wife, we might just do that. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Cody. But I'm just saying, like when it comes to all the kids and an experience and shit like that, you want to do all of that, right? You want to spend all that extra money that you don't need to spend just so the kids know that, hey, we had a great time out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. To be honest with you, like, fucking $20 for one large popcorn and 2 drinks. That's fucking ridiculous. I feel like shooting the cashier when she tells me the price. But, can't do that. We live in the United States. You know what I'm saying?
I made a
Shout
joke
out to the cashiers.
I made a joke when I took Katie to the movies because I don't know if you know this, Major Key, but when I do my movie reviews, certain people actually pay for me. I don't get paid for it per se, like an hourly wage or anything, but they pay for me to go see certain movies, and me and Katie go see the movies, right? So that's convenient. Don't get me wrong, it's convenient.
So, it's like mystery shopper.
Yeah, kind of like a mystery shopper, but
okay, I got it. Yeah,
I get paid to see certain movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but I still have to pay for my concessions. And when me and Katie go, it's just me and her. Especially if we go to Flicks or something like that, and I'm dropping $1.5 billion on just drinks and dinner at a movie theater. You know, a
Yeah,
bill
I
and
would
a
never
fucking
get me
hat.
do that. I always buy my shit outside.
Well, you can't get a fucking steak medium rare with.
Hey, can.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, yo, with that hat that you got on your head, bro, you could probably fit a steak up in there. Maybe some broccoli,
get a
and some
backpack.
extra cheddar. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know, bro. That hat is nice,
I
bro.
might be able to fit a filet mignon in there, but then there's no room for sides and shit, man.
So get a backpack or get your wife a big purse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just see myself eating a take-home steak there. Yeah, that's just fucking.
I would.
dandy.
I've actually heard and seen worse. Someone has gotten a lobster dinner in there.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten a lot of fucking I'm gonna put it like this. Look, allegedly, my family always brings snacks in my wife's purse, bro. Allegedly, they don't pay anything at the concession stand that costs $5 or $6 that they can buy at the dollar store for $1.25. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly, my wife talks to me about the same thing before we go to said movie theaters, like either Century Rio or Starlight. Those are the cheap movie theaters, where the concessions are very expensive. So yeah, I have remembered a few times where we made a detour to the Dollar General store to get some Cracker Jacks.
There you go.
So my wife's purse bursting out with fucking Fanta.
Allegedly, some lobster under the hat,
Right?
you know, some garlic butter in tassels on the underarm. You know, like you know, little, you know, little vials around the neck of garlic butter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn. All right, let's ask a question here. All right, 1970s Christopher Reeve Superman versus Henry Cavill Superman. Who did it better?
Reeves.
yeah, I can't even remember the other dude, so I'm gonna say Reeves because that's who I grew up knowing. That's who I grew up. I remember, you know. Listen, just real quick, just for the Puerto Rican guy here, Electro Jed. My grandfather used to make pegao. You remember what pegao is? Sticky rice.
Yes.
Make sticky rice, and we used to watch fucking episode after episode on Saturdays and Sundays, just of like freaking Superman 1 through 3 or 1 2 through 4 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We used to just like literally sit there the whole day, and he just hang out with me with pegao. Yeah.
Yeah, I would watch. I you know what I used to like is the concon. The burn rice.
That's what it is. Con is pegao. Pegao is
yeah, I thought you were talking about just the sticky rice that they use like for. Like,
no. It's like the crispy like the shit that.
Okay,
they gotta cook it a certain way. They gotta cook it a certain way with the olive oil or with the oil, where it's like crispy and it's crunchy. It's crunchy on the bottom.
Yeah,
like,
concon. Because
there's a difference between a burnt one. There's a difference between a burnt one and a crispy one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my brother would like wait till mom empty out that pot, and him and I would be like chiseling away at the bottom of the pot.
Hell yeah, man. Do you know about that, brother?
No.
Jeremy, you know about getting that crispy rice off the bottom of the pot.
What crispy rice? It's usually black.
Yeah, he has no.
You see that you
usually black.
I was telling them that there's a difference. You're right. You're absolutely. So that means that they weren't doing the crispy rice. That's what it is. That's no bad to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But there's a way to do it where you preserve the bottom of it, and it's so crispy and fucking delicious, bro. Like you're not gonna leave any of that in a pot. You're actually gonna eat it.
I'm gonna sort of sound racist here on this aspect, especially with you two in here. But y'all's this fucking mayonnaise on fucking corn really gets on my nerves.
Oh,
that's Mexicans. I'm Puerto Rican. We Puerto Rican Dominican. That's Mexican stuff.
That's Mexican. Those are elotes, and actually it tastes pretty good. It actually does.
I think it tastes good too, but that's not, whatever floats your boat. Like that's not actually Puerto Rican though.
Yeah, that's not Puerto Rican food, man. That's not.
But tell me something that you like, because since you said I don't want to sound racist, but then try to assume that
I'm going to sound racist when I say it. I don't know how you guys enjoy that shit mayonnaise on fucking corn. Especially
we've already explained that. So
that's a Mexican thing. That's not.
What's your favorite dish, buddy? What's your favorite dish?
Italian dishes are my favorite. And
my wife's Italian. So what's your Italian dish that you love?
Predominantly for me specifically, lasagna is number one.
Oh, so the basics, huh?
And then number two is like baked ziti.
Oh yeah, you know how to make baked ziti?
Yeah.
How do you make it?
I make it.
How do you make it? Tell me how you make it. You can't remember off the top?
I usually will use any recipe I can get my hands on, but anyway, it's not the point that how I make it.
All right, so you're hesitating because you don't know how to make baked ziti. You're just talking out your ass.
No, I've actually. No, me personally, I've never made it yet, but I love baked ziti.
Oh, so you've never made it? Okay,
no.
All right. Thanks, guy. Appreciate you.
I have made lasagna though.
No, it's okay, buddy. We appreciate your thoughts.
But I can sit here and talk to you about making the Sunday sauce, an Italian Sunday sauce, because I've done that. Even it don't matter if you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, you black. If you're from New York, you know how to cook some Italian food. Maybe not as good as them, but you know how to cook some Italian food. Because I can sit down and make what do you call the
I have fresh Alfredo sauce right now in my fucking fridge right now because my wife made that.
She made you a Sunday sauce?
No, yeah. She makes hers the cream sauce, the Alfredo sauce. She makes that shit like fresh all the time, yo.
It's easy to. I don't understand why people would get jarred or canned fucking Alfredo sauce when making Alfredo sauce is easy. All you need.
Dude, we made fresh pizza last night. Last night, just for fun, she bought us dough from Publix, and we literally made our own pizzas. Like me and my son and her, like we all separated and we made our own pizzas. And we chose the Alfredo sauce on the bottom, turkey pepperoni, you know what I'm saying? Some spinach, some fresh spinach, some garlic and shit like that. It is what it is, man.
Wait. Turkey pepperoni?
Yeah, I don't fuck with pork. That's why we don't fuck with pork.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Nothing to do with religion either. Nothing to do with religion either. It's just off of health. That's all. I have health issues. My mother has health issues. And we were told that pork is not really good for the body. So we don't eat pork like that.
I was just a little taken back that you said I wanted to make sure that it was turkey pepperoni and not just turkey and pepperoni. It was like
no, turkey pepperoni. Yeah. They have that alternative, and it's actually you can actually eat that shit like straight out the bag. It's so fucking delicious. But we don't do that because, especially me, because I'll get heartburn. You know what I'm saying? At my age, you know what I mean. But it's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie.
I get heartburn off of orange juice. Can you believe that shit?
I can, brother. I can. I get fucking heartburn. Oh, yo, if I taste a little bit, the smallest amount of fucking tomato sauce in anything, I get heartburn. If I fucking taste anything acidic throughout the day, I get heartburn. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah, that happens.
I have bottles of Tums right next to me, all the time.
Mine's just orange juice. That's about the only thing that does it for me.
When was the last time you ate some New York style pizza?
New York style pizza from New York or New York style pizza somewhere else and says it's New York?
Yeah. Either way, because they still got the tomato sauce. So the tomato sauce is the point.
Yeah, I have pizza all the time.
So do you not feel a little bad afterwards? Like a little?
No.
No,
not with tomatoes. Not with tomatoes.
Okay. All right. So that's good then that you're not feeling that bad about tomatoes, man. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
47.
Wow, that's really good then. That's really good that you're not feeling the acidic thing from tomatoes, because tomatoes is like the worst, man.
But like I said, I get it with orange juice. Like, what the fuck is wrong with orange juice that does it other than acidity? What the
look at this Italian food me and my wife made.
You mean your wife made, and you just gave her instructions
No,
on how?
no. I made this. Her and I made this together.
Sort of like your chorizo stuffing with those green water sticks.
You know what? You need to like get over it, brother.
Bro, you gotta ask him.
Cutting into the Peugeot.
He just cut out.
Oh wait.
Jed,
I
I
cut the
love
wrong
you,
thing
bro,
up.
but
I'm
you
trying
gotta
to cut
add some
this off.
coloring to that, man. You heard? You gotta add some coloring, bro. It looked like a rabbit shit in the piece of sliced bread, man. It probably tastes delicious, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta add some coloring to that, man.
Right?
Get some more appetizing.
Nah, dude, we've had to make it's a Peugeot. You got to cook that shit in Sunday sauce for like 6 hours, man. Then you pull it out, you put it on some bread, maybe a little sauce underneath it, and that's all Oh, dude, that is so good.
Shit, man. Oh. Yo, I'm gonna show you, man, next time. You know, the problem with my wife is so fucking intelligent, bro. She literally cooks in the dark, bro. Like she doesn't even turn on the fucking kitchen light. And she's like, "You want to taste this? How does it look? How does this look? Is it completely cooked?" I'm like, "How the fuck am I supposed to tell if it's completely cooked if it's fucking dark in here?"
That's an Italian for you. That's cooking.
She asked me my opinion. I'm like, "It's fucking dark in here. How the fuck am I supposed to tell if it's cooked?" She fucking cooks in the dark like some kind of savant and shit. You know what I'm saying? And because it always comes out delicious as fuck. You know
It's the smell. It's the smell for them.
Yeah. It is the smell. It's like, bro, like what the fuck? Like that shit tastes mad delicious. What did you do? I don't know because it was dark.
You give me the utensils. You give me the herbs and spices. You give me the dish. I can guarantee you I can make something really damn good.
Yeah, man.
And not like Jed here with his green water sticks.
For real.
Oh, shut up. You know what? I made. You see, he's getting mad, right? Because I made chorizo stuffing, right?
Yeah.
And it was good. And it just so happens one of the ingredients is celery. I know what celery is. I call it water sticks too, but it's an integral part. It's part of the moi pas of cooking. Use celery.
It's also something you would like to have in your juice, bro. Like every morning when you're juicing. Trust me, when that's for your health. Juice with some celery, yes. But anyway, go ahead.
It's actually good for you. Very
What
good.
is the Maricois made of, basically?
Well, it's celery, carrots,
And
potatoes, onions.
No, just three: carrots, onions, and celery.
No,
That's a Maricois.
it's not just that. It could be potatoes
only
too,
three.
depending on what potatoes.
A predominant Maricois is three ingredients: carrots, celery, onions.
That's the operative word. Predominant, yes, but more pro could be a 3 to 5 ingredients. It's what you want to use as a base for flavor.
That's why I argued about this before. I'm going to stay out of this.
As a chef would tell you, a Maricois is 3 ingredients. That's it.
Just like it's very similar to a bechamel sauce. Okay, a bechamel sauce is basically 3 to 5 ingredients, and that's the basis for other sauces. But you use that as the base for like any cheese sauce. You use the basic ingredients for a bechamel sauce is like 3 to 5 different things, just like a morpois. It's 3 to 5 different ingredients. It doesn't necessarily have to be just celery, just carrots, and just onions. You're talking to somebody that's cooked his whole life and went to cook.
Go.
Are you a 5-star chef?
Point, Jed, man. I was going to stay out of that. I was going to stay out of that because y'all sound like y'all already had this argument before. I could tell off rip when y'all started.
I'm just giving you shit because of his explanation as to what celery is. That's my only problem with it. I could not believe my ears when I heard him. It's like, oh, put in those green water sticks. Like, what the fuck is a green water stick? Are you kidding me? You mean
I heard so much shit, man, about so much. Listen, I drink. My wife is she's such a, like I tell you, man, she's such a lovely woman. She fucking makes me like drinks with like ginger, turmeric, fucking like what's that shit called? Spirilla, whatever the fuck this is, spirulina. some shit. You know, she celery, of course, like I said before. What's called arugula, fucking spinach. You know what I'm saying? Like carrots, of course. You know, apples. She mixes shit in there, like blueberries. And
Arugula
shit
is a
like-
very
Spicy.
flavorful, spicy. leaf.
yeah, it's spicy. Yeah, I like
Very
that.
spicy.
But when you add that, ginger is also spicy, believe it or not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially when you're mixing it with a juice, like you know, you gotta add like some kind of citrus, like you know, orange juice or something like that, or you know. But yo, like she makes some great juices, bro. With the juicer, she fucking does an awesome. Like I literally like don't even want to eat anything. Like my morning routine, because I don't like to eat breakfast, is a juice, and she makes it, and it's beautiful because it's like okay, so I feel like I got enough nutrients in me for breakfast because that was better than eating some fucking fried shit, some bacon or you know some sausage or this and that or some shit on oil. You know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah.
literally just a juice. You know what I mean?
Yep, I got you there. I need to do more juicing myself, man. I got it.
Juicing is good for the morning, and then you need to have like if you really want to like a lunch that's if you want to eat like the best shit that you want to eat in the day, eat that for lunch. Eat that for lunch, and then if you need to take a nap, take a nap after that. But then when you eat a light dinner, maybe with a juice after that if you still need nutrients. But the heavy thing should not be before you go to sleep. I'm gonna be honest with you. The
What's
heavy
up, Jerome Benjamin? How you doing? Welcome to the
Romy
room.
Rome is in the building.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, but I haven't done enough juice, but like I love like if I squeeze my own juice, usually I'll do that.
Yo, chill, pause, bro, pause. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yo, keep this shit like boxing, man. Like, what are you talking about?
Man, don't even try front, mofo. All right.
Yeah, you said that you was out here squeezing your own juice and shit. Like, we talking about boxing,
Yeah,
bro.
he's squeezing the juice out of his, you know,
What
out
the
of his,
fuck
out of
are
his
you
loins.
talking about, EJ? Man, damn, yo. I thought this shit was over here was a low key, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, low key. We were talking about everything else but boxing today. Actually, do me a favor. I have to go
You
expend
got
some
real
energy.
serious, man.
I'll be right back. If you two could just
All right.
like chat amongst
He's got to
yourselves.
go squeeze the juice out.
I gotta go squeeze my juicer right now.
All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Damn.
Just
Shit,
squeeze
man. Like
the
I
juice out
was
in the
like, I
bathroom.
was over here supportive of his channel and said everything was good, cool, like you know, serious. And he says, yeah, I could squeeze my juice all over YouTube, man. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Oh shit. Yeah, that's EJ. What do you expect? I mean, again, with the whole celery shit, like green water sticks, he's starting to get a little bit of dementia there. He doesn't remember what the shit's called.
Do you believe though that that's a good diet though? Like as far as juicing in the morning, you know, getting like maybe because you have to have protein. I'm not gonna lie, you have to have proteins and carbs a little bit throughout the day, and then in the evening, kind of like mellow out as well. You know what I'm saying? Not as heavy as the lunch.
Yeah, early in the morning. But the problem is when you're doing the juicing, there's not many vegetables you can put in there that have good source of protein. Not many.
But that's
There's
why.
some, yes, there's
That's
some,
why
but
for
not
lunch.
many.
That's why for lunch you need to get that into you. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, if I were to do it a little bit different, I'd probably do the juicing at lunch to make sure the breakfast is the biggest meal you have, because they tell you when you first wake up, you want the most amount of food in you by that time. That way, lunch, you don't have to take much, and by dinner, you have a moderate meal, and then you go to sleep.
But most of the world doesn't do that, and it's because it makes it heavy on your stomach very early in the morning. That's the whole thing. See what I'm saying?
But yeah, I get that, and I get why you're doing it the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a good. It seems like it's a good thing, but when you're going, like, say for instance, you go to work and you have that big meal at lunch, and you're still going back to work, you seem more sluggish. You want the most amount of energy and protein during that first meal. That way, you're not getting sluggish halfway through your job.
Yeah. I think
the juice would be better at lunchtime, and then the heavy meal at the start.
Yeah, I think that for me at least, and this could be, you know, this is my opinion. So I used to take an energy pill and not eat breakfast, right? And that little energy pill used to get me hyped the fuck up, bro. Hyped the fuck up, and I could rock for hours and hours. But then I needed some more energy after that. How would I
Yeah.
get it? I would have a heavy fucking lunch. Then I would feel a little tired, so I would have to get like some Gatorade or something like that to but those Gatorades are actually not that good. You know?
They're better than the alternatives.
Well, but the thing is if you do the diet itself, right? You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. So if you juice and then take like something with protein, maybe a salmon or a steak or something like that for
Jerky.
lunch, but then when you go to dinner, you do something light, even if it's a cod. Let's say cod, Mediterranean style with olive oil. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of olives. You know what I'm saying? Capers or whatever. You know, just the normal boiled cod, not fried or anything like that. Boiled cod.
Can't do seafood. I'm allergic.
Oh, okay. Well, then you don't know about this. Well, this is a Mediterranean thing that actually works for a lot of people. It's very healthy. You know, there's ways to eat that these people don't tell you about. Man. Like
Yeah.
There's so many fucking people out here that are eating everything. They want it fried. They want, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like cheap shit that they want you to do. It's not realistic, man.
Well, the only bad thing about frying is because of how deep they fry it, how long they fry it. But the only reason why they also do that, it's quick.
Yeah.
It's quick and simple. They don't want to really kick down and do like what Jed did with his chorizo stuffing or with your what you were talking about, what your wife cooks and all that stuff. No one cooks anymore. They want fast. They want to be able to just go and keep doing stuff. Problem is, too much fried food, yes, is really bad for you. One meal out of the day that has fried food in it, not much, is okay. But it's again the moderation.
I agree with that. It's in moderation because you're gonna get kidney stones. You're gonna get all that fried stuff, all those Pepsis. Like I drink water if I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm drinking water. That's the only thing that I drink. Once in a blue, well, besides my juicing, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like that's different. I don't consider that like drinking. I consider that like food, you know what I mean? But
yeah, it's more like a protein
the
shake.
only things that I actually drink are alcohol, beer, or water. And then besides that, it's very rare that I fucking take a sip of anything else. Maybe a juice here, maybe a sip of my wife's soda here and there. But that's literally like I can probably tell you that I get more water, like that's more rare than I don't even know, bro. I don't because I rarely sip on a soda. I rarely sip on that.
I had to stop. I started getting kidney stones.
Yeah, that shit hurts when it's coming out, right?
And they never came out. They actually plugged it up.
Oh fuck, bro!
So I was throwing up.
Do you know that kidney stones when they come out when you're pissing, bro?
Yeah.
And when it comes out when you're pissing, bro, that shit is like blood, bro. That shit hurts like a motherfucker, bro.
I've heard.
It's
problem
like
I was getting
sticking a fucking needle in your fucking inside of your dick, bro. Like,
wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, I messed that up. My gallbladder was getting blocked, and it was because of the kidney stones.
Oh, so you never actually felt that shit?
No. They were plugging up. They were plugging up so bad.
You're lucky. I'm telling you from fucking experience, bro.
I've actually heard the stories. My problem was because they were plugging up with my gallbladder. I was throwing up really bad, like really, really bad. And I just came back from a cruise, like a 5-day cruise. Got home, and for 2 weeks solid, I was having the gallbladder shit again.
You're basically pushing, right? When that happens.
Yeah.
You're basically pushing a blood clot out of your fucking dick.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, please don't remind me, man, because I had the kidney stones.
And sucks, bro. That shit
dude, I'm on blood thinners. So when what's up? Oh, what's up, Feliciano? How you doing, brother? I had the kidney stones and I passed them, and I'm on blood thinners, so I bleed easy. So when it was inside, it was cutting up the inside of my urethra. A huge clot came out as I was passing the stone out. Let me tell you, I haven't felt pain like that ever. and I've been stabbed multiple times and shot. So, but that shit cutting up the inside of your dick, fuck that.
No, I'm telling you.
I gotta ask this question because I've heard the
Let me say
stories
this real
behind.
quick, 'cause I'm gonna go on mute. I just want to say this because just because I experienced that shit, bro. Like, yo, I have not experienced it ever since, bro. I have not experienced it. I've been trying. That's why I'm juicing and doing shit like that to make sure that I don't have to deal with that because that shit hurts that much.
Yeah, it does.
Really
It really
hurts
does.
that much. Yeah, you don't want to go through that.
Yeah, because of it, I slowed down on the soda. At one point I did stop, but like my soda consumption is maybe a bottle a week, a 20-ounce bottle a week, if that. But mostly it's water. Mostly I drink water now.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
I can't drink sodas anymore. I really can't. My gallbladder says "fuck you" to me after that.
I don't ever want to go through that pain ever again. It's just, Katie has had gallbladder surgery. I've had surgeries where I had to remove certain things because of what I was eating. So yeah, no more of that crap.
Yeah, we don't need to hear your horror stories. I mean, every damn time it's like, oh, I'm in the hospital again. Oh, I'm in the hospital again.
Dude,
oh, wait, I'm in the hospital for gas.
How irritated do you think I am that I end up in a hospital so many times, man? Come on.
The worst one is when you told us, oh, I was in the hospital. I thought I was dying from a heart attack. It was gas.
It was
It's just gas. He couldn't push out.
Wait a minute. Before you just leave it like that, let me explain because this motherfucker is making it sound too easy.
Well, the way you explained it to us, it was that easy.
But dude, it was that painful. All right.
Yes, we know.
I thought I was having, at the very least, angina or something, But
You thought you were having a heart attack. Yes.
But here's the thing: I was feeling sharp pains in my chest. All right, it was getting hard. All right. And when you have sharp pains in your chest and you're in my kind of condition, you start worrying. And then it was getting really hard to breathe. So I went to the hospital, right? And I called the people that are more important to me, like especially some of the people I know on YouTube. Jeremy happens to be one, Jedi and Brian Harkin and a few. I let these people know what's going on, right? And they're all wishing me luck. And then finally, when the test comes back, I get it's not acid reflux. All right. That's a burning sensation. What they said is that I had a gas pocket built up. So I had gas, but when I said that to them, these motherfuckers say, oh, well, he got gas. He couldn't pass his gas. And he thought it was a heart attack. And of course that sounds stupid when they say it like that, but that's not how it felt. So fuck you, Jeremy.
Explain to us. EJ's been rushed to the hospital. He's having a heart attack. Comes back to us. Oh, it was just gas. The fuck? Bambino, pass that motherfucker. Just make sure you're not Dutch Evening your wife.
Did you see what happened lately? Did you see the picture with the way my eyes got all fucked up?
But did you eat a bad green water stick or something?
No. I don't know what it was called. Hold on a second. I want to show you. So you guys.
Sounds like a food allergy that fucks with your eyes.
No, it wasn't a food allergy. I had gotten a viral infection. Let's see.
In your ass?
Shut up, not in my ass. Look at this. This was last week.
Damn, you look stoned.
No, that's nothing. That's not what stoned looks like. Okay.
That looks like you were stoned, motherfucker.
Last of Us.
He's becoming a cordyceps.
But I don't know if you ever seen the movie Cargo. an Australian zombie flick, right? But
Don't talk about zombie movies.
I'm gonna go get my food. I'll be right back.
sure thing. So, but they had this crust that built up around their eyes, so they ended up being blinded. The stuff that was coming out of my eyes looked that same exact way.
You were getting crust in your eyes?
I was getting some some sort of residue was coming out of the tear duct and out of the the corner of the eyes, and it was bad, man. And they had to give me some antibiotic cream that I had to rub on the eyes, and they gave me some pills and shit like that. But I get sick real easy. I don't know why. It sucks ever since I started getting real old. Real old, man. I don't remember getting this sick when I was younger.
At least you didn't have anything that literally was trying to eat your flesh.
No, I had something like that. I had, what do you call it? I had this thing on my leg that it was eating away at my leg. I don't remember what it's called.
Necrotizing fasciitis?
Oh, what the fuck is it?
Because I had that in my face.
No, this was MRSA. I had MRSA on the leg.
Hmm.
I developed MRSA on the legs, but I got that from the hospital. Usually you catch MRSA at the hospital.
Yeah, it's funny because when I had my necrotizing fasciitis, they were treating me for MRSA even though I didn't have it.
Really?
Yeah. They treat you to make sure because they don't want you to get MRSA. They tested me every day. I had no MRSA whatsoever, but they kept treating me as if I had it.
Jesus.
Even after I was out of the hospital, I was still getting treatment for MRSA outside of it.
Yeah, that's some painful shit there. That feels like the leg is on fire and being burnt. Like,
How about having a nasty nodule on your cheek that kept getting harder and harder and bigger to the point where it felt like you had a fucking rock, like a boulder in your damn cheek.
That got to be awful, man. I remember there was a YouTuber that had something similar, but then it ended up getting cancerous, and then it ate through his cheek.
Yeah,
Eventually
that's what it was trying to do. What it does, though, is it tries to find its fastest way to the heart. It tries to eat your heart, mostly. And they caught it because it went down to my neck. That's as far as it got. So I have a nice little scar on my neck. And then, of course, half of my cheek here on my left side looks like Scarface.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming in real low, man.
Yeah, because I got the, hold on, let me bring my laptop because I got the food on my lap. I didn't want the laptop on my lap too. All right, so
Okay, gotcha.
now you can hear me good?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, MRSA is a very serious thing that really there's no fucking cure for, apparently in the United States at least. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the truth around the world, but what I know about that is that they try to cover up a lot of spider bites with that shit. Like when it comes to spider bites, because I got bit by a brown recluse, they had to cut a hole in my leg just to get out of it. Then when I went to other people, when I went to other doctors, they wanted to, and I didn't have as good insurance. They said, "Oh yeah, it's just MRSA," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And you've seen entire football teams actually shut down because of MRSA. They had to get like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had to shut down the whole clubhouse and cleanse it because of MRSA.
Yeah,
MRSA. You know.
Yeah, that stuff is ridiculously contagious, and the only way to get rid of it is that it has to be professionally cleaned every day, like 2 or 3 times a day, every day.
Yeah, don't remind me, because even with the necrotizing fasciitis, they would come in there with something that smelled like bleach to clean out my damn cheek every day. The shit smelled bad. The number one reason why I know I'll never catch that fucking fake flu shit, because my fucking sense of smell is so damn strong. I'm smelling bleach being pushed into my cheek. This shit's like making me want to vomit on top of myself. Shit was nasty. It's like, is this bleach? They're basically saying, yeah, this is bleach. Like, are you kidding me? You're putting bleach in my cheek and I'm trying to eat.
Yep.
You almost taste the bleach in your damn mouth, even though you don't have the whole into your mouth. You just have the whole outside of your cheek on the just on the top layers of your skin. And from what I found out, basically, yes, I was actually bitten by a brown recluse. And it's funny, too, because my caseworker out here wholeheartedly believed out in Idaho there is no brown recluses. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're everywhere.
I had one for a pet once. I kept one for a pet because I found one in my house.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I kept it, and I think I fed
Make your jet, bro. What do you expect?
I fed it like two mice, two small mice, a bunch of other spiders and shit like that. Yeah, I never got bit by it. Good Lord, thank God. But yeah, I kept the. It was about the size of a $50.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the size of
They're
a
not that big.
$50.
Do you know? Here's a weird, interesting fact most people don't realize, but this is the good thing about this part when it does happen. You're actually bitten by spiders in your sleep, but because you're in a state of proper rest, you're not usually susceptible to the said poisons because you're in that heightened state of healing because of your sleep. On a record basis,
I never heard that. I know that for every square foot, there's at least one spider every square foot wherever you live. I know that's some sort of statistic I know about, but yeah, and I can't say I've ever been bit by any like. I'm allergic to bee stings. Never been stung by a bee. I did get stung by a yellow jacket once.
I got stung by a bumblebee by petting it with my thumb when I was like 4.
Me, I got stung by pistols and knives. Plenty of times there.
Yeah, you yourself tried to sting someone with stab wounds.
But we're not going to talk about my life in New York. I left New York. Let's see. Geez, I left New York when I was 18, right? I had already been shot, and I'd been stabbed multiple times, and almost every bone in my body broken by 18. I figured I was done with New York.
I got it. You're from Unbreakable. You're Mr. Glass. You're a superhero.
No,
you just break all the time.
Nah, because that shit was no superhero. But yeah, no, I had my fill of New York. I've been back, but I don't stay long. My last time that I was in New York, I might have been there for like a year and a half. Then I came back out here. But I'm basically now a transplanted New Mexican. I just love New Mexico. Can't seem to get this place out of my mind when I leave. I have to get back.
I can. I used to be out there too.
That's right. You did used to be out here up more Santa Fe area.
No, I was in Albuquerque.
Were you?
Oh. Yes. I was in like the southwest area.
Yeah, now I'm
right off
the skirts. I'm
right off the freeway, right close by to that Walmart that's there in the mall.
You talking about Windrock or Coronado?
Coronado. Like I said, southwest.
No, southwest would be. You do know that they decide when they divided the city, right? The
Yeah,
train
they divided.
the train tracks divided the city east and west, right? And Central Avenue divided the city north and south. So the
I
south,
was closer to Coronado though.
Coronado. Then you were in the Northeast Heights. That's the Northeast Heights, but that's more around Midtown.
Does Coronado have that freeway access and then
Yes.
the Walmart right across the street from it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I worked at the gas station right there,
Did you?
the Chevron.
Yeah, that gas station is no longer there.
The Chevron gas station right by the freeway?
No, it's not there anymore.
I'm glad, Dan, because I got fired from that job because of the chicks that ran that place were both lesbians and they headed out for me because I got their one friend fired because he couldn't do his job. He constantly this is the bullshit I had to deal with this motherfucker. I don't care if he was gay. I don't give a flying fuck that he was gay. I didn't give a fuck that those two chicks were gay. The problem I had with him, he counted like very slowly. If you interrupted him by asking him a question you needed to know about your job, he had to restart his fucking count because he lost his count. He would never clean the women's bathroom. God forbid, I didn't want to clean that woman's bathroom either because the shit smelled bad. I don't care what anybody says. A woman's restroom in public is far worse than a man's bathroom in public. Everybody thinks, oh, a man's bathroom's got to be worse. Fuck no. A woman's bathroom in a fucking public room is far fucking worse. Smells really bad. But anyway, this guy would not clean the bathrooms, and he couldn't clean shit anyway. So I had to go clean whatever the fuck he did anyway. So I got him canned for that shit. Like, you can't do your job. You don't belong here. I don't care that you're gay. It has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that you couldn't do it.
It's not that he couldn't clean. It's that he didn't want to, so he did lazy shit. He did have.
Yeah.
And that's a management issue. That's a management issue. That's not a labor issue. That's a management issue because me as a manager, I would lead by example. And the first thing I did whenever I came into my store is clean the bathroom, and then I would say that bathroom has to look like that at the very least. And if I can do it, all you can do it. And if y'all don't do it, y'all don't have a job.
Yeah.
The
biggest problem was, though, just before I got the job, there was this one guy that was kind of like, because I applied for the job. I was homeless partially at that time. I was living at the park or something like that. And I have to ask you this because you kind of remind me of the guy that actually like helped work at the motel that I was staying at. He was like the late night management. And this is where I got to try these homegrown fucking like chilies and this chicken and rice chili concoction that I could not stand the bathroom for the next 3 fucking weeks. My ass had to have been spitting out literal fucking flames. It tasted great. It went down easy. No problem. I was sweating. I loved it. But I hated the bathroom for the next 3 weeks. Shit scared the hell out of me.
You might have liked it. Apparently, it didn't like you.
Yeah, apparently.
That's kind of like my relationship with milk now. So yeah.
But ever since that, I can't have chilies anymore. They're not hot. They're like weak as fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
I love chilies, man. I'm not like a spicy aficionado. Like, I think I've gone up as high as habanero, but I don't think I can go much higher than that. Never tried a ghost pepper ever. I don't think I ever will.
Well, here's the thing: if you go on the cruise, do not stay anywhere near John. I guarantee you, that is not a fucking joke. He had ghost peppers. He like had someone challenge him at a job or something like that. Said to eat these fucking ghost peppers. This motherfucker is rancid. It's like a wombat crawled up his ass and died.
He's dead on the inside. Was he dead on the inside?
He kills you with his shit. And he gets the same way with milk and dairy too.
Yeah, I heard the
deadly
nightmare stories that you guys, all of you guys said some stories about John. We're talking about Star Wars, Dad. Yeah, I heard he had he had some odorific.
Horrific. I thought I was bad when I had real authentic Italian food. I'd scare the shit out of myself, but this motherfucker makes my shit smell like fucking roses.
Yeah, man, just gross. Just gross.
Are you kidding me? It must.
Now that we veered off of diets, because all this stemmed from what we ate, dietary, and how it reacted. Let's. I don't want to talk about odorous smells that come from or any funky secretions and
coming from eating stuff.
Bro, I just ate a bunch of shit I shouldn't have eaten right now. Especially at this fucking time of night. I'm still chewing on it, bro. And I'm going to drink some water to try to wash that shit down. But I'm pretty sure when I get up, I'm going to have some bad fucking flaming diarrhea, man.
So you just had some Taco Bell then, huh?
No, I what I did was my wife, what she did, fucking, damn, I forgot what the fuck it was hamburgers. It was homemade hamburgers, right?
Yeah. There we go.
But then we got the fries, and I put like mayo with hot sauce on the side, like as a dipping condiment.
Mhm.
And I'm not really good with hot sauce, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you guys I got a lot of heartburn. So I screwed myself when I did that.
Yeah.
But I went all in because I even left the little pieces of the outer edge of the bun that were crispy on the side, and then I still dipped that into fucking mayo and fucking hot sauce. So who the fuck knows how I'm gonna turn out in the morning? Wasn't the healthiest.
I've had less issues with acid reflux in the past few years than I have like in like when I was 40. But because when I was 40, I had some bad acid reflux problems. I would throw up a lot and stuff. But
Yeah.
And it was due to my diet because I couldn't eat anything with anything with tomato-based products. And now,
Me neither. Yeah.
now I do okay. I just watch the how much I eat of it. Like I used to love spaghetti all the time, and now I do spaghetti. I'll do spaghetti maybe once or twice in the month. I'll do a tomato-based product once or twice in the month instead of like all the time. Back when I was eating, tomato-based product all the fucking time, and I couldn't do citrus too much, so the citrus burns the inside of the lining of your digestive walls, and it's like no, I couldn't do that too much either.
Listen, my tolerance was like Fozzie Bear was doing to me, like throwing fuck tomatoes at me, bro. Fuck.
Here's the funny thing. I told you how orange juice fucks me up and gives me the ass reflux shit and the heartburn. Problem is, I can eat a regular orange, no problem. I drink orange juice, I have problems.
Yeah, when it's made from concentrate, yeah.
Well, remember,
oranges, you guys say
no.
You guys up for heartburn.
Oranges are from Florida, so if you look at them straight in the face, they're not going to be racist, but eat them. It'll be a different reaction.
Florida. I'm from Idaho, not Florida.
No, but oranges are from Florida. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those Florida citrus motherfuckers, man.
I love oranges.
So, you guys got any movies coming out that you're looking forward to seeing that you
Creed
really
3,
like?
Creed 3. I'm hearing is the bomb. Even my wife brought that up to me.
I already saw it.
Well, I'm not gonna illegally stream it, so I don't want to hear about it.
No, I'm not going to spoil it.
Jed's not that bad with spoilers, although I don't know why anybody gets no offense to you, Mr. Major Keys, but I have no problem with spoilers. People can tell me spoilers. I'll still watch it because your spoilers, if they don't match up to what I see in the movie, your spoilers don't mean shit.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no spoilers. Not tonight.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying, for me personally, if someone spoils it, I have to see it to see what you said is true.
Yeah, my reviews usually don't contain spoilers, but I'm going to say it was a pretty good movie. My wife and I enjoyed it. I like the soundtrack to it a lot. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie, man. And I can't remember his name, but the antagonist in the movie, he was pretty good. He's been very popular lately. He's the guy that was in Quantumania, played the bad guy there too.
Oh
What
God!
the fuck is
Don't.
his name?
Holy shit!
But I've been liking him ever since I saw him on HBO Max's what was it?
I heard there was supposed to be a couple of good cameos from actual boxers. Were there a lot of boxers in the cameos, or
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah?
Are you talking
Andre-
about?
Andre Ward was in it?
give me a spoiler with that. I would like to hear about who was there. Yeah.
Let me see. Who was
Yeah,
in
are you talking about Jonathan Majors, Kang the Conqueror?
Yeah, Jonathan Majors. That's his name. Yes. Jonathan Majors' part in Creed 3 was pretty fucking good. I remember in 2 you had Andre Ward. It was in 2. In 3, yeah, there were. What's his name? Canelo was in it.
Canelo was in the third one. Oh shit.
Yeah, Canelo was in the third one. He had a cameo in there.
Every time I hear that guy, the only thing that comes to mind is get the fuck out of here, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
That's the only thing that comes to mind when I hear that guy now.
But yeah, oh yeah, Major Keys. Let's see what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah,
smoking my
dog,
last,
what's up?
I'm smoking my last cigarette, EJ. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm about to shut it down, brother. I am. I've been on here for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. My wife is texting me, telling me you coming to bed. You know that's
all right. So wait till I'm done with the cigarette. I got like 6-7 minutes on the cigarette, maybe 6:40.
No, not a problem. But what's up, Mad Dog? How you doing? Salute to you too, brother. Feliciano says, "What's up, Major Keys?"
Yeah, Alicia, that's my dog right there. I like Alicia, man. That's my
Yeah,
dog.
he's been here a few
Salute
times.
to you,
I seen him on yours, and I seen him on Black and Browns.
Yeah, Alicia though actually sent me like cash apps, bro. Like this dude is like actually a legitimate follower. He's not a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like he's a busy guy. Like he's not always gonna show up on your channel, but when he shows up, it's because he's showing support and love. So you always gotta mention people like that because they will support you in the long run. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Like I got my supporters here. I just gotta be consistent. That's how come I've been trying to go live a little more. I've been doing my Let's Talk and my Aftermath thing. I have to be more. I gotta be.
Where's your WoW streaming?
Wow, I haven't actually. God, dude, I haven't played in like 2 weeks now.
Yo, have you noticed, Electro, that every time you fart, there's like electric static?
It's because he doesn't wash his ass.
Now, if you notice the color, it's because my ass is washed. It's got that nice purple hue to it. You know.
I just noticed that there was a lot of electromagnetic static behind you. I was just thinking,
you got to worry though when it goes orange. Then it's stinking. Then it's really bad.
If it's orange, it's because you're having another heart attack and it's just gas.
Oh, that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, he's been giving me shit because look, man, I thought I was having angina or I was having chest pains. I was having chest pains, Major Keys, right? I was having chest pains, hard time breathing.
You explained this already.
Bad, right? But he wasn't here for that.
No, you were here when you explained that.
But no, let me hear it because honestly speaking, I actually deal with shit like this, and I'm only 42. I got like numb legs sometimes, numb fingers, like sharp pains on my fingers and my fucking.
That sounds like diabetes too.
Well, it could be, but the thing is that at the end of the day, right? I can actually get up and feel great, but I'm very like there's a lot of fucking like sluggishness.
Yeah,
In the day,
So
My legs are getting numb
I was having these
lately.
bad chest pains, so I went to the doctor. Right, it was bad. I went to the emergency room. Right, and I ended up having gas. And I told the fellas that, and they gave me nothing but shit ever since. It's like, especially this motherfucker here. He's like, oh, we thought he was having a heart attack, and he had gas.
Yeah, that's all we got told. That's it. You didn't go into any explanation. We sent him to the hospital to ER. It looks like he's going to have a heart attack. Come out later. Oh, he's fine. It was just gas. That's how it got explained to us. So don't give us shit for the fact that we're giving you shit for the fact that you didn't give us enough information.
Well, that's fucked up, EJ. I'm not gonna lie. If you fucking had me worrying about you crying over here about your well being, and you just came out, I just need to throw a fart, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right?
I'd be kind of pissed off too, bro.
He thinks I'm mad about that. It's fucking hilarious.
It was not a fucking fart. God damn.
Have another Beano, motherfucker. Have some of your green water sticks too. That'll help.
Leave my water sticks alone, man. But goddamn, I gotta get going. My wife wants my company. I'm
Well,
going
salute
to
to
say
you having me on the panel, man. I appreciate that.
no,
bro.
I thank you, Major Keys, for coming up here. Jeremy, thank you for hanging out with me
Yeah,
and just chilling,
I really
just
can't.
having a
Man.
conversation. That's all we
I'm
did
not.
tonight.
I'm not the young whippersnapper that catches an early live. If you're late, I might catch you. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what's going on. But definitely at this time, you know what I'm saying? Like when I caught you on, it's like, yeah, of course. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like I got to rock with my man EJ, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Because I automatically get notified, but you rarely do content just like I do. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah,
when you go live, if you go live early, I'm probably not gonna see it. I'll probably catch the playback. But if you do it at late at night like this time, then I'll catch you. You know what I mean?
all right, really. I appreciate you, man, hanging out. Both of you guys, thanks for hanging out. Nothing but love to both of you, and love to the panda, to the chat, guys. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. Rewatch it later and share it and like and subscribe. Peace out, everybody,
Peace,
and
bro.
have a good night, man.
Saludos. Peace. Peace to you too, brother.
Yeah, likewise.
All right, man.